Hey guys, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Just confirm that you can hear me. I am not so sure about my audio as I get my music done. I see Funke there. I see B-Joy special. Thank you so much for you guys landing safely. I'm waiting for my co-host, Mama Ifechi. She should be here in a bit. Thank you so much for the Ifechi family. They just took a flight from one live stream to another live stream. So thank you so much. Gorex Corner, thank you so much for confirming you can hear me. Dida Safari, I see you there on Mama Ifechi's family. Yes, guys, we are multi-streaming on both sides. Goga has changed the outfit. I went and peeped and I saw Mama Ifechi was looking so glamorous. There was no way I was going to just show up on the live stream in a t-shirt. I had to go get my African outfit as well. Gorex, leave me alone. Gorex, leave me alone. We came through Uber. Funke says I used an Uber. Helen says Ifechi raid. Yes, Mama Ifechi has raided our own live stream. So she's on our own live stream there. We are multi-streaming. So there's a live stream taking place on Mama Ifechi's side, and there's a live stream on my side. Maureen Chinom, so nice to see you. I see Rare Blissful Connections. Style Travel, my amazing channel member, is here. Kisha is here, guys. Kisha was supposed to get to 1,000 subscribers. Kisha, type for me count on the chat. I want to see whether these people met their promise as I wait for JD to come. Mina Wodi says, yes, we are here. Yes, you've been raided from one live stream to another. So I'm waiting for Mama Ifechi to come and join the link, and then she'll be here with me on the panel shortly. I think she's going to patch her makeup and everything because she was on another live stream and she's coming to another live stream. I tell you, This woman is booked, blessed, and busy. She's booked, blessed, and busy today. Maureen says, I am dressing her up. She'll be joining us soon. No worries. I know. She has like about 10 minutes. I gave her like an extra 10 minutes to prepare. So as I welcome you guys into the live stream. Dida Safari says, I was tired of waiting at your site, so I went to check on Mama Ifechi, and then I took a ride there. Yes, I shared on my community page because I knew you can take a ride from Mama Ifechi because she knows how to raid another live stream. Tamika Davis, I thought I saw Tamika Davis there on the chat. Isaac's family, nice to see you. Funke says, I don't even know where I am again. Now is it UK or am I in Kenya? Mama Ifechi, your able captain told you that she's going to fly you to Kenya. Now you are in Kenya, but on her own channel. She's coming up there shortly. She's coming to join me right here on my panel, and she's going to be next to me. Yoga of life. I know. Gorex Corner, nice to see you. Gorex is wondering. Gorex has been here multitasking. She was on Mama Ifechi's side. She was on this side. She couldn't even keep calm anymore. And here we are. So Mama Ifechi is trying to get, I think I'm still here to see her down there on the panel, but she should be coming up shortly, and then we can start our show. Annie's Insight, welcome. My moderator is here, Helen Akoya, so she's going to help me out with the chats. Thank you so much, Helen, for popping in. How was your day? Supermod? Yeah, so Helen is my moderator. I want a moderator on Mama Ifechi's side. I want to appoint a moderator to go on Mama Ifechi's side and help me welcome people on Mama Ifechi's live stream. So because we are multi-streaming, so I want somebody to jump on the other side and they can moderate the live stream from there. Hey, Mercy Empire Africa, welcome. Sorry, Mercy Empire Kenya, thank you so much for coming in. That's my amazing channel member as well. I see Rebecca Mle Prince is also here. Mama Ifechi is here. Let me bring her up and then we can set up these things. People are wondering. Thank you so much for your captainship. You flew people, and they were wondering how come we're still on the same. We are still in the UK. They have no idea what's going on.
People understand. Where is the captain?
Yes, don't worry. Yeah. I knew you'd successfully be able to do this, guys. Yes. With me there is the beautiful Mama Ifechi family. Gorex is accusing me that I went to change my outfit. I came to spy on how you are wearing. Let me tell you, I was dressed so casually. I was like in a t-shirt. And then I came and saw the way you overdressed. I was like, you know what? Let me go look for my African outfit. I can't be looking shabby like this. And Mama Ifechi is looking that glamorous. for my live stream, guys. For my live stream.
I have to make an effort. Because here in UK, it's so cold. And we are wrapping up. We are doing this. And I'm like, no. We are going to Kenya today. And we can't be wrapping up. We have to be. Yes. That's why I'm like this. I have the heater on here. So the heater is hitting on. So I'm fine.
You are looking amazing. I will give you some few moments just to settle in. I'm seeing people there on your live stream. I've been saying hi to them. They say they took an Uber there because they didn't have to fly because they just jumped and they were on another live stream on your channel. Let me tell you, I know I've been talking a lot about raids, guys. Ifeanyi, nice to see you there on the chat. I know I've been talking about trades. Winsome from Canada. The world is here. We have queer babies here from the Philippines. We have so many people here. Takachak is here, Saudi Arabia, but originally from Pakistan. BJ Special, Nigeria is in the house. Lucy Chioma. Hey, Ekale, thank you so much for coming in. Today I'm even going to speak. I'm going to speak Yoruba. I'm going to speak Igbo. I will speak everything. Mama Ifechi is on the live stream. So thank you so much. Rebecca Mle Prince, that is Congo, but based in the UK. And Rebecca, you and Mama Ifechi should meet. You should be friends. Because you are all living in the UK. You should be friends. You should be friends. Yeah, should be friends. Movie Farm, nice to see you. That's my amazing channel member. She cried when we raided her channel the other day. She was so overwhelmed. It was so nice. It was nice. I like those moments. DXN, thank you so much, DXN TV. These are very big YouTuber and very supportive, of a lot of us content creators all the way from Nepal. Patricia JK, thank you so much for coming in. I see expressing my views. Gorex is coming here with all her houses. Even the husband, I think, will be here shortly. Miss JC, nice to see you. Funke, Funke said that you made her take an Uber. She didn't have to take a flight. Funke is crazy. Funke is crazy. Yeah, Robertina Mbula is saying, Goga, I'm here for buy me a coffee. Welcome, Mbula. Nice to see you. Thank you so much, guys. I've pinned Mama Ifechi's link. I've pinned Mama Ifechi's link so you can be able to check out who this beautiful lady is before we start our conversation. I'm trying to look for some music. Then we can start the show. My moderators are helping me out. I see Annie's Insight. Thank you so much, Annie's Insight. You can help me with the chats on Mama Ifechi's side. Juliet Olabinjo. I hope NEPA is not doing that thing in Niger. I hope NEPA is not going to like ruin our live stream. Oh, so thank you so much, Juliet Olabinjo. Juliet is all the way in Niger. Yes, guys, the beautiful co-host is here and on time. Hey, let me tell you. She knows how to keep time. Me, I thought she was going to buy me time there because I still needed to go get my coffee and everything. Before I realized she's already here. I was waiting for technology problems. Maureen Chinomso said that you're still putting on your makeup. But I was like, no, she was on another live stream. She just jumped. Yeah. Steven, my house key, my co-host for last Sunday is saying, hey,
yes,
Mama Ifechi is dressed so fantastic. They are not used to seeing you dressed like this, Mama Ifechi.
Yeah. Oh God. No.
Yeah. Yes. So thank you so much. I think
like this to come to Kenya. I don't go to Kenya all the time, so
I tell you, Kenya is so happy to host you today. But you have an amazing community. You don't just have Kenyans on the show. You have people from across the world. The entire world is literally gathering here. So we have about 4 minutes. We have about 4 minutes before we start the show. So I want you to I want you to adjust for me your camera a bit. So that we don't see more of the top. We want to see your outfit, and then I want your headgear to be like the last thing. You may just like flip the laptop a bit, or you can place the laptop on top of something. Then it will lift it a bit. It will lift the height a bit. My friend Good Joseph is saying, Goga, good to see you, Goga. Say hi to your beautiful co-host. Congratulations on 100,000 subscribers, Joseph. Congratulations. I just want to put it out here, guys. Good Joseph just touched the 100,000 subscriber milestone, and we are celebrating him. He's one of us. He started the YT struggles just like us, and he finally got 100,000 subscribers. He should be getting his silver button one of these days, and then we'll be able to host him on the Sunday service one of these days. Father and son, welcome. Father and son, thank you so much for coming in. All these amazing people coming in. I see the world is gathering here. If you haven't shared Mama Ifechi out, if you haven't shared my live stream out, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Look at her outfit. That was a trick. I just wanted her to stand so that you guys can see how she's dressed. So sometimes you have to find creative ways of making sure that the host can show off. Look at that. She dressed like this because she was coming to Kenya. Now imagine when she's going for a wedding or anything else. If this is how people dress to come, yes, you look amazing. You look amazing. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. Then Gorex is like, Goga, please don't let Mama Ifechi adjust anything. Gorex is so worried. Gorex is so worried with you and technology. Gorex is so worried of you and technology.
Just for you people to see. I better stand up for you to see. I don't want to adjust anything.
You're most welcome.
Before you lose me completely, Gorex knows me very well. She knows what she's talking about. Please don't ask me to adjust anything. Let us just do it this way. If you want to see my outfit, I'll stand up.
I love that. Inaya Mulembe, nice to see you. Esti Mungai, thank you so much. I saw Esti Mungai at Mama Ifechi's live stream a few minutes ago before you guys you took a flight. Thank you so much for going there. I had shared her out because I knew she would be able to still read her, the live stream, and you guys will still be able to be on the show. So thank you so much. Oji Brown, nice to see you. All these amazing people coming in. Amazing MNG. Jamaica is in the house. Musisi Kizito, thank you so much. Musisi, you are the appointed moderator on Mama Ifechi's side. Keep the chat busy there. Say hi to people there. Help me out with the chat because Mama Ifechi may be very busy. She may not be able to see the chat.
I'm seeing some people there already. The Veligos TV and all the rest of them.
Yes.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Yes, thank you.
Exactly. Yeah, Banigos TV. I love that name. I love that name. Banigos TV. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes.
Yemzi's varieties is here. Oh, the entire world is here. I can't even reach the end of my chat, guys, because of all you amazing people. If you haven't given these live streams a thumbs up, if you're watching me from Mama Ifechi side, please give us a thumbs up there. Pretend that she was not on live stream like a few minutes ago. Give her a thumbs up. And then if you're watching from this side, give me a thumbs up as well. If you don't know
Yes.
Mama Ifechi, and you're watching from my live stream, click on the pinned link. It will take you to her house, and then you'll be able to, you can even watch the live stream from there. It's perfectly fine. You can, it's the same thing, guys. Whether you're watching from Goga, whether you're watching from my Ifechi family, it's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. It's the same show, same people. I know some of you are like, no, but Goga will miss out on. No, it is the same show. It is the same show. We are multi-streaming on both platforms. Kuya Baby, nice to see you. Good Joseph and Kuya Baby, you guys should be friends because you are all like 100,000 subscribers. You are all becoming Nightbots very soon. Anywhere, anytime. JD, thank you so much for getting Kisha to 1,000 subscribers. I want to give a special thanks to my channel member. Anywhere, anytime, JD. I gave her an assignment on Friday and I told her by the time Mama Ifechi and I come for the Sunday service, I want Kisha to be at 1,000 subscribers. She delivered the assignment yesterday. So Kisha, congratulations on your 1K. Keep thriving. I hope you are doing a video to thank all your supporters. We are waiting for that premiere tomorrow. Karimi James, nice to see you. Musisi Kizito, Uganda is in the house. AA is here. AA is here. AA, did you take an Uber or a flight? Did you take an Uber or a flight like Funke? And then, yeah, all these amazing people, guys, are here. Mama Ifechi, what is your favorite music? Because I need to put our music in the background. It is YouTube music, so you are safe. We are dressed African.
What we have, anything.
Let me look for African. Let me look something African because we are all like dressed nicely in African. Then we are going to show people.
Be nice.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, let me see. I'm sure you can say hi to your people because you are the co-host as I do this.
Yeah. Okay. So my lovely people, I can see you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for already on the channel before we move. Nina, thank you all for joining me here in Kenya. And Momo, Maureen, and so thank you. And Silver Rose, thank you for coming. Hey, are you staying in UK or are you in Kenya? Because you said that you're not sure. Some of them don't trust me to take them there safely because they know how I am with IT, so they don't trust me. I'm like, okay, you can remember where you are in UK, you can still see what is going on.
Absolutely.
Silva. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you so much.
Silva Rose is saying, Goga, this is the first time I'm seeing you. You know, yes, you have seen me because I'm on Mama Ifechi's channel. But you know, I've known Mama Ifechi for a while, and we are co-hosting the show today. So I kindly requested her to co-host with me the Sunday service. I normally call my Sunday live streams the Sunday service. You don't need to carry a Bible or anything; it's perfectly fine. But it's a Sunday service. So I invited Mama Ifechi to come and co-host with me the Sunday service, and she accepted the request graciously. And then we said, no, you can be at the Sunday service and you can still be hosting a show on your channel so that we are not you don't waste that 1.5 hours you're going to be with me. You can be on your own channel as well because you are the host, you are the guest. So I needed to make sure that she, she can also enjoy being part of that experience. That's why she had to really rush. That's why she had to really rush her live stream today so that she can jump here real quick. Yeah.
That's right. Elsie Barros said, did I hear you say Kenya? Yes, we are in Kenya.
We are in Kenya.
Elsie Barros is in UK as well. Elsie Barros, do we dress like this in UK now? No. So I'm in Kenya. That's why I'm dressed like this.
Yeah. So so your dress, the dress is up. The theme is African. I even made sure my background is African enough, just to ensure that I'm right on point, so that we are representing the continent.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. I hope the music is not so loud. Let me see. Confirm. Gorex is already threatening my Fechi here that Goga can drag that show for 5 to 6 hours. I have permission from Daddy. Daddy is aware where Mama Ifechi is. Daddy is supervising, is watching probably. So leave us alone, Gorex. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. So yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for making it, Mama Ifechi. It is such an honor having you. You're a very respected figure in the YT community, and I don't take it for granted you honoring my invite and gracing the panel. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So guys, I'm going to start our show shortly. This is not anywhere, anytime. JD, thank you so much. I was just telling people that I thank you so much for what you did for Kisha, mobilizing your troop and your community to actually get Kisha to 1,000 subscribers. That's what I said when you're busy watching the commercials. And yes, if you're watching from my Pechi side, please, that's a monetized channel. That's a monetized channel. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do, do what you need to do, because she's not going to sit here like, and she's not making revenue out of it. Asmodee, welcome. People are just saying to hi to Mama Ifechi, loving her outfit. Don't worry, she's going to do another twirl. She's going to stand, show off her outfit when she's on full screen, and then we can start the questions. It is not a typical interview. One of the things is that when you are a co-host at the Sunday service, she's just helping me co-host the show. She's going to be talking about her experience, her channel, her family, her marriage, her content creation. She's just going to be talking about random things that can help you also on your channel as a content creator. If you're not a content creator and you're just supporting us like Stephen, you're also going to benefit from her conversation, because she's going to talk about life lessons, the life lessons she has learned along the way. And that's the kind of trajectory we are going to take with this particular show. So without further ado, I officially welcome Mama Ifechi. I see all of you down there on the chat. You can be typing comments. I'll be highlighting them for her. If you have any question for her based on what she says, type it down there on the chat. I'll be able to highlight it for you like this. Like that, the way I highlighted Priscilla's message. I'll be able to highlight it like this, the way I highlighted Funke, the way I highlighted AA. I'll be able to do that. So in case you have any particular question, just ask, and then I'll be able to relate to her, so that she's not spending so much time looking at her screen. She can be focusing on you guys, so that because that's why Musisi is there to help you with the greetings. Helen Akoya and Kisha are here to help me with my greetings. My blue and green army are here on the chat. In case I don't see you, it is not intentional. It's because sometimes when you are on an interview, it's very hard to multitask. But yeah, we're going to see all of you, so feel free to ask the questions. Father and son, nice to see you. Welcome to my community. It's such an honor to have you on the live stream. Just wanted to give you like a quick shout out there. All right, so I am going to put Mama Ifechi is going to show us her outfit. She's now on the big screen.
I think people are getting impatient as well. Let's start. That's me. It's like a skirt and blouse. So this is part. Yeah.
Amazing. You look amazing. And you look amazing. I like the red. I like all these colors, the nice colors that are there. It's such an amazing interplay of colors. You look great. You look great. So the reason we have Mama Ifechi here today, guys, is Mama Ifechi has been living in the UK. She's originally from Nigeria. Sorry, Niger. So the global community may not understand when I say Niger. She's from Nigeria because there's a country called Niger or something like that. So she's from Nigeria, but she's been living in the UK for years. And some of you live in the UK, some of you immigrated as well, and you also live abroad. So she's going to just share that experience of living abroad as an African, among other things in between. So that's what we are going to discuss. Everyone is saying, very beautiful outfit, mommy, very beautiful outfit. People are enjoying the outfit. Some are even going to start. The problem with my community, they are going to start asking you for that outfit. So you be very careful, because when you start showing off these outfits, this is what is going to happen. They're going to say, who is your tailor? Send me the material, and this is like very, very important. If Yani says, this is a very colorful screen on a Sunday show, it is Mama Ifechi who is bringing the color. She's so beautiful. Compliments are flooding in everywhere across the world. Thank you so much, guys, for noticing Mama Ifechi's outfit. She did come to play. She did come to play. Yeah, she did come to play. All right, Mama Ifechi, please take your time and introduce yourself to my community. I know your community already knows you, but just introduce yourself to us. Who is Mama Ifechi? Where is she based? I mean, tell us.
Okay. So I know my channel. I've got two channels: Ifechi Family, this particular channel, and Ifechi Health and Wellness. Ifechi
Yeah.
Family is the first one that born Ifechi Health and Wellness. So my full name is Mrs. Ife Ezirem, based in the UK. Happily married for the past 40 years. Four grown-up sons, grandson. They're all coming in sons, and they're more on the way because I have two weddings. Yes. So that's me in a nutshell. And I am a registered nurse and midwife. But when I came to the UK, after some years, I branched out to become a specialist practitioner in occupational health. And that is what I do at the moment. I'm still a nurse, I'm still a midwife, but my specialty is in occupational health. And so I branched out of bedside nursing many years ago. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I like what you said. Married for 40 years. What is that like? 40 years is like the entire life of some people who are watching us right now. 40 years is like those are like almost three adults. That's like a very long time. Like
Yeah.
you know, the first thing I don't even know I don't even know what I want to ask right now, because I think I just got those numbers and it's just amazing. But I will come to that shortly. I also want to just ask people, guys, you can connect to Mama Ifechi by clicking on the pinned link. It's up there on the top of my chat. She's also tagged on the title of this live stream, so you can check her out there if you have no idea, how to get to her channel. You can watch this live stream from there as well. If you're watching from Mama Ifechi's side, I'm co-hosting the live stream with Mama Ifechi. So she's my guest today, but she's able to also stream on her platform. That's how you guys are able to watch her from that side as well. So we are doing a nice collaboration where we are all like on the same stream, so that you guys can also benefit from this particular conversation. So Mama Ifechi, you said you are based in the UK. When did you get to the UK? How long has it been since you moved to the UK?
It's actually exactly 37 years. 1987 to now is 37? I think so. 37 years, yes. That we arrived in the UK and we started in Edinburgh, in Scotland. We lived there for 11 years before we now moved to England. When people hear UK, I think they think it's just, they say, oh, you're in London. Once you say UK, people say London, and it's not the case. UK is made up of actually four various continents or countries, however you call it. That's Scotland, England, Wales, and Ireland. So these are all part of UK. So we started in Scotland, which is part of UK, and we now moved to England since 1998, and that's where we have been to date.
All right. Yeah, that's amazing, because I like when you said 1987. I was trying to do a quick math in my head, and I realized you've been in England my entire life and an extra 2 years, because I'm 35 years old. So if you say you've been in the UK for 37 years, I'm like, that's my entire life. That's my entire life. That's my entire life. That's my entire life. But so if you left for the UK in 1987, I mean, how long had you been in? I know you're previously from Nigeria. How long had you been in Nigeria before you made that decision? To immigrate to for better pastures or whatever it is that you do to the UK?
After marriage, because obviously I was born in Nigeria.
Yes.
So after marriage, because we married and wedded in 40 years ago. So 3 years, 2.5 years in Nigeria before we moved to UK. And the reason for coming to UK, I was chatting a little bit in my other channel before I joined here. I was telling them there that in the 80s when we came, that UK, you come here to study, you get yourself ready, you go back, because Nigeria was so good. So that got a scholarship, British Council scholarship, to come and do his master's. And that's why we arrived in the 80s. And so he finished his master's, and we are supposed to go back home, but they found him they loved what they saw, and they offered him to do a PhD. And why not? So he agreed to do a PhD. So he finished his PhD, and the rest became history. And 37 years on, we are still here.
Amazing, 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 amazing. And I like how she said daddy. So somebody in the chat is like, Goga, who is daddy? Yeah. So daddy is how you that. So
We call each other, but a lot of people call him daddy. So I just have to say that for him to understand. Hobby, okay, hobby. We have name we call each other. We're not that couple that calls each other mommy and daddy or baby or whatever. No, we're not that kind of couple. I'm only saying daddy because that's what most people here will refer to him as. So hobby, yes.
thank
We
you
have
so
our
much. Yeah.
sweet name. We have a sweet name we call each other. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Um,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the transition from Nigeria to the UK for 40 years ago, almost. I mean, or even 37 years ago, as we say. What was that like? Because I'm trying to imagine things have really changed across the world. It's no longer the same. Getting even accessing the UK recently, the UK made a decision that is going to like lock a lot of people out. Let's say a young Ifechi and Daddy living in who want to go to the UK around this time, they may not have the same the same luxury you had that time. So I'm just trying to
So
imagine paint
yeah.
paint paint, paint for us a picture of how immigrating to the UK looked at that
Yeah.
particular time. Yeah.
Okay, as I say, we started in Scotland, so we were there for 11 years, and that's where we had all our children. Our first son was 18 months baby when we arrived, so the other three, we all had them in Scotland. And at that time in Scotland, things were so good. It was Margaret Thatcher's time, I think, if I can remember vividly. And
Mm.
things were so good that children, it doesn't matter who you are, whether you work or you don't work, whether you're poor or rich, all children got fresh milk. Every single morning when we open the door, the farmers already very early in the morning, they've already come around and they drop bottle of fresh milk on every door. If you want to have a
Wow.
child, though, you have to have a child. If you don't have children, they don't do that. It's because for the child. They drop that bottle of milk. It happens every day. I'm like, what is this? How much are we going to be paying for this? And they say, no, it's okay, it's free. It's for everyone. I'm like, whoa, okay. That was one of our first shocks. I'm like, really? And because we're
Yeah.
coming from Africa, we're not used to drinking fresh milk. And we only had one of them then. We're not used to drinking fresh milk, but we started drinking, we started, enjoying that. So that was the first thing, and all that have changed over the years. Then you go to school, they have what they call school meal. Then it's measured. You have to be maybe earning certain amount, and because we are student, my husband was a student then, and I started working as a trained nurse then, so we qualified for that. So they were giving the children meal at school and things like that. And yeah, things were just so easy and so stress free. Whatever you need, go to the shops, you go to anywhere, everything is just so good compared to what we are seeing now. That's why
Yeah.
when people want to come to UK and you try to advise them, they think you don't want them to come. It's just because I don't want them to suffer, because the suffering now is a lot. It's not what it used to be in those days. Those days was so easy, so good that we didn't even want to stay anyway. We want to go back, but things were still a lot better than
Yeah.
they are now. Yeah.
Wow. And I'm just speaking that because I'm even trying to imagine the sheer opportunities, like getting even a scholarship as a as an African, going to study through the British
Mm.
system, and staying behind. I mean, that used to be something that people, at least you kind of look forward to, because when you imagine the situation back at home, jobs are not readily available and things like that. I mean, those are really good times. I can imagine. um,
Yeah.
uh, uh, yeah, just transitioning shortly to that. What was like the culture? What was like the culture? Like the culture shock. What was your biggest culture shock the first time you guys landed in the United Kingdom?
Well, the first one, which at the time there's no telephone, you have to go to Nitel or do letter to siblings back home. I have to write to my siblings back home. Immediately when I saw this one, I'm like, hey, come and see what I'm seeing here. What is this place? The first shock I got when
Yeah.
I arrived in the 80s was seeing a lady or ladies smoking, they call it fag, having a fag, they call it having a fag, smoking everywhere. I'm like, what is this? Why have I because where I come from, in the part of Nigeria I come from, anyway, where I was raised and brought up, ladies
Yes.
do not smoke. The only few
I
ladies,
know.
the only few ladies that smoked back then are the peas. I don't
Yes.
want to use the word. Yes,
Yes.
they are the
Yes.
ones, and they were the place where they are. And when you see them, they'll be like this and be smoking and doing that because they know what they are up to. But no more like people walking the street and not you come to the workplace, you see them going, oh, let me go and have a fag. I'm like, what? And I thought that all of them, when I saw them then, I thought all of them they belong to that P group. I'm like, hey, is that what is happening? What have I come to? Who brought me here? So I have to write to them and say, come on, this is what is going on here.
Yeah.
Until I now got used to the fact that it's common thing that they do, that it doesn't mean that they are here, that they just normal thing for them. So that's one of my biggest shock when I came. Yeah.
Mm.
And another big shock for my children and for me as well was that in our culture, anybody that is older, just like I said to you, most of you say, oh, Mommy Fechi, it's out of respect because I'm older. So,
Yes.
because of that kind of training, we came with it that older people, you see somebody who is 80 something and you're calling them Margaret, it's just not done. So, our children automatically, when they see them in the church, they'll say, oh, auntie this or auntie that. And they'll turn around and say, an old woman in her 80s or 70s, they'll turn around and say to my children, no, I'm not your auntie, I'm Margaret. Hey, then the children will turn around and look at me and look at dad. I'm like, and I said to them, that was a big confusion for us. How can my baby, who is only 3 or 2, be calling 85-year-old woman Margaret? How even me calling them their name? It doesn't make sense. It just couldn't. Yeah.
No,
So
I like how just to interrupt you briefly. I know I like like being in Africa, even growing up as African children. Most of us even didn't know our parents' names because it was almost unimaginable calling your parent with their name. Yeah.
yes.
It's like
That's another one that I'm like, oh my god. But as time go on, it went on. You just get used to it. But yeah.
Thank you thank you. I like that because it was always very important just to see how you are coming from Nigeria and then you are coming into the British, kind of tradition, and then how that settling in. What about like the culture? Because I know there's when it comes to there are certain other things other than like the name, other than some of the things. There are certain things we believe in as Africans in our traditions. What was the one culture, one British culture that took you by surprise?
What was the main one that took me by surprise? Apart from this of answering, calling people's names, and then the way they use this F language, and they use this on each other, like children looking to their parents looking to their children. You effing this, effing that. I'm like, it's a culture shock for me. I'm like, you don't say this, you don't do that. Even our children, when they hear some of them saying that, they'll say, Mom, did you hear what Paul just said to the mom? How it is? But today, this was like, we're not allowed to be like this. So that's a big culture for me, the language. I know that these days, even our people back home, even in this YouTube street, I see a lot of our people use that. It still rings in my ear, like, even though I've been in this country for so many years, that language, some of the things they say, the way they say it, it just doesn't sit very well with me, that F language thing. Why can you not talk properly? Why do you have to use that language all the time? And then it's children using it for their parents using it for their children as well. And that is how it escalates, and they just carry it and transport it everywhere, and it becomes normal. It's not normal.
It's not normal. And I like Dida Safari say that, when he started working with Americans, he totally relates to this smoking thing because he was so shocked, when he when he saw the colleagues were busy smoking and they were ladies.
Yes.
Yeah, and even now, I think there's still stigma around it because even now when I see a lady smoking, I look at her in a certain type of way because based on the cultural upbringing, I just don't expect it. There's just something about it. So
Mm.
you arrive in a foreign land. Your firstborn who is like months old. You are still a very young couple from Africa. Um, so how does it work? So as daddy is going to school, do you get a job immediately, or do you have to like raise the kid at home? Because I know if you had the benefit of coming with a member of the family, I know they probably factor
Mm.
that in. But
Mm.
how did it work? Did you like have to like raise your kids for a while, or how did you like transition into your profession as well? And why did you pick nursing particularly? The possibilities are endless. It could have been something else. Was nursing something that you always had in mind from a
Yeah,
long time?
yeah, because I already did my nursing and midwifery back in Nigeria though. I
Okay,
was a
okay.
nurse and midwife in Nigeria before I came over here. And how did I choose the profession? That's a very good question. Do you know? Well,
Yeah.
growing up, I wasn't really sure what I want to be. But what made me, and I don't forget that incident, when my immediate junior sister had an appendicitis operation, appendectomy in a hospital in Nigeria then,
Oh,
and I
sorry.
went to visit her. I went to visit her in the evening of that operation, and she was in tears. And I'm like, I ran to her and said, "What is it?" She said that she's been calling the nurse that she wants to ease herself. She can't get up. Because the way things are done then, she couldn't get up. And she's been calling them. And when I came in, I saw them chatting and laughing. And she was there crying that she's been calling them to help her to ease herself, and nobody did. Aye, that
Mm.
was it. I don't forget that day. That was when I started. I said to myself, do you know what? We are still students. We are still in secondary school. Then I said to myself, I'm going to be a nurse when I finish my studies, and I'm going to
Yeah.
be a better nurse. Yes, that's actually
Yeah.
what made me to go into nursing. And then in Nigeria, then once you finish your nursing, going to do your midwifery is like automatic. You just have to do your midwifery. You can't just be a nurse without being a midwife. But that was what made me to go into nursing. Albeit that I'm not a bedside nurse anymore. I don't go to the hospitals to work anymore. But I've had my own fair share of working in hospitals because I started in Nigeria when I qualified, worked a little bit there, but my main nursing practice was in the UK. So going back to your question, when I came with a baby who was only 18 months, dad was studying, I could not just easily start going to work. And who will look after him? We don't even know much people then. So I stayed for about, and then before we know it, the second child came along. So in between having the children, I had to do what they call adaptation. And each time I do some of these things, my husband will be the one that will be going to the uni where I need to do this, getting the form, speaking on my behalf, doing the. One day, one woman was asking him, "Where is this woman? Where is your wife? Where is she? Is she?" Yes, she said she's at home. She's got younger children, so I had to do this for her. They were like, wow. They were honestly, they applauded him that like haven't seen anything like this. Because if he's so, even if your child maybe it's one week, put the child in your this thing and go and do it yourself. But he
Yeah.
was doing all that and then want me to set me up as well. So I don't remain. I know we are raising up children, but he still wants me to get that my this thing ready so that when I can start working. So that's what in between having them, that was happening, and we walked around our children. None of our children went to any childminder. We walked around them. I did my adaptation. Because adaptation means that when you come to the UK, even if you're qualified from Africa or from wherever you come from, you have to do adaptation to
Mm.
get adapted to how things are done in the UK. So I did that for just a few, so only a few months. It's not something you do for a long time. You have to shadow people in the hospital, do all that. So I did that, and we walked around it when I can do that. So he will be there for the children and so on and so forth. And then gradually I finished doing that, became a qualified nurse, then
Mm.
picked up two. picked up just doing 2 nights a week over the weekend. So when he's around, he's with the kids, and I'll go and do couple of nights. So he will be with the children. That's how we did it for years until they
Amazing,
started,
amazing.
growing up. One of our children went to childminder. Yeah, because I'm not blaming people who take their children to my childminder, but it's something that we decided that we don't want to do, so that when they
Yeah.
start using F language, we know where it's coming from. When they start,
Yeah.
we know.
Yeah. Just before I ask you about this, because I was actually going to ask that, you have a beautiful blessing from my channel member, has given you a super blessing.
Oh,
Imelda Salo Inspiration Ministry has given you a
oh,
blessing.
yeah,
Yeah.
closer with Imelda recently. Thank you so much. I
Yes. So
appreciate
I
that
will.
so much, Imelda.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
I will give because I don't know, I don't think you have your water, but I will put for her water on your behalf. So this is for you,
Yes.
Mama Imelda.
Thank you
Thank you so much,
so
Ma.
much.
Thank you
May
so
God
much, Mama.
replenish. I appreciate. Thank you.
I love that. May
Yes.
God replenish. We are using her language. May God replenish the language of the co-host. Yeah. So I like what you said about having a child minder, because there's I think in 2019 I was traveling back home from the UK. I was coming from London. I'd come there for work, and the man seated next to me was from Ethiopia. And I remember he was saying something about he's bringing his kids back to Africa because he doesn't like the upbringing, the way the kids are growing up there in the United Kingdom. And he says that, being an African man, the way he was raised, he can't fathom the things his kids tell him. And he can't, and
Mm,
he can't do anything. He can't raise a hand. He can't do anything. You know how we grew up in Africa, or you know how we grew up. Discipline was like supreme from our
yeah.
families. And so for him, he wanted to bring back the kids back to the continent because he was like, these kids are losing it and I can't do anything as a father. The best thing I can do is they come and they spend their early years here, and then they can go
Yeah.
back, back to their country, because that's what they call it, their country.
Mm.
Um, so, I mean, I'm just trying to imagine, how did you manage to infuse some of these African values, considering now the bulk of your children were born there? So they were not born in the continent. So how did you still
Mm.
manage to like infuse some of these things? And they are going to school, they meet the English kids and these other people.
Yeah.
Yet you still have to bring them up, with those African values that how we are raised up as Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't very easy. It wasn't very easy, and sometimes they feel that we are not being fair
Mm.
because some of their friends are allowed to do certain things, or they're not allowed. But later on in life, they come to realize that actually this is the best way. What is going? But at the time, they were much younger. It was like,
Yeah.
why do we not? Why do we have to do this? This and this is that, and then we have to sit them down and explain why. I said, is that person, what's that person's name? They will say, what's your own name? They say, you're so different. The way you are, where you are coming from, and the upbringing you're having. Every child has their own different upbringing and how their parents want to raise them. So it was a challenge, I must say. We have to battle these things. And then it came to a stage where if it's now happening, it's the other way around, that they are now the ones that we're telling the children in the school, oh, don't do that. Come back and
Yeah.
say, oh, if you hear how this and say to the mom today. So it becomes something that they are now the one telling them that this is not right to do, and they are learning. So sometimes it's not a case of, oh, if you can't beat them, you join them. No, they can actually influence other children the other way around. And I say that to people a lot now, that actually your own children, why can't our own children be a better influence than saying, oh, they went out there and they are being influenced by others? Because there's a lot, there's extent to how we can cocoon them or cotton wool them, cotton wool. We can't always be doing that. But when they are under 5, the first
Yeah.
5 years is very important. That's when you tell them these things the culture, why you're doing what you're doing, because they're going to go out there, they're going to mix up. So when they get it, that this is why, and tell them why you're saying that they should not do that, so that when they go
Yeah.
out there, they can understand why they are not allowed to join this kind of thing. So it's not easy, but we did what we can, but we are prayerful parents. Do you know what? When
Yeah.
parents work together as couple and you work together and you're prayerful, and it's not a case of one person is saying one thing, the other person is saying the other thing, because children can play one against the other like that. If they know that you are the weaker one, it may be the dad that is the weaker one, it may be the mom, they know, but they're very clever. They know who to go to first. And if that person says yes, then the other person doesn't matter. But in our own case, they know that you can't just go to one person, two of us have to agree. And
Mm.
so I think it's just a case of upbringing, really, how you bring these children up. I'm not saying that after doing all that, that some of them may not derail. I know people who have worked so hard as well, and some of their own ended up in young offenders institute. You go to young offenders institute here. There was a time I was working somewhere, and I had to do
Yeah.
operational for those people, and I see them a lot in there. It doesn't mean that they have not worked hard. So when we see people whose children went that way, we must not condemn, because I've known families who worked even harder than we did. But
Yeah.
this still work out. So it's just a case of doing what you can and leaving the rest to God. But do not ever condemn any parent whose child went the other way, because it can easily happen. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mama Imelda. Once again, thank you so much for the blessing on my house. I really appreciate. Thank you so much, Mama Imelda. You are spoiling me and Mama Ifechi. Thank you so much for buying our water.
So
We
much.
appreciate. Kavikai, nice to see you there. I saw Ike. Thank you so much for popping in. I saw Monday from Canada. Thank you so much for popping in. There is a very nice comment here that you have from Obinadi. Obinadi says, that's such a good point, Mama Ifechi, to raise children to be the influencers rather than being influenced by the other. I think I
Yeah.
love that. That's a
Yeah.
very nice
Mm,
take home.
yeah.
Okay. And guys, if you are not connected to Mama Ifechi and you are listening to all this amazing wisdom, please, 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 the link is pinned up there. You can watch this live stream from her channel as well. We are multi-streaming. So those of you are in the UK, you can watch it from there. Those of the Philippines is watching. I see Ate Ware here. I see Jamaica watching. I think the entire world is here. I think I saw Indonesia. Kikau is here. I saw RK Kikau here watching. So thank you so much, everybody who is watching and giving us that support. We really appreciate. I'm just going to transition into the next the next kind of thing. But before I go into the next set of the questions I wanted to ask, when you are settling in the UK, when you like left Africa, I'm just trying to imagine like the settling in. Did you miss home? What was that like? Did you feel homesick? Did you like imagine? I'm just trying to imagine like yes, you've landed there. There are certain things you are used to. There are certain people you are used to. Your relatives, back at home. How was that experience? How was that feeling? I'm just trying to get into your emotional state of mind at that
Yeah.
time.
It was very hard, especially at that time where
Yeah.
we don't have anywhere in Scotland at the time to buy our food. We miss that a lot. We miss home a lot, and it's not
Yes.
like now that you can easily use your mobile phone, WhatsApp your family, this and that. There was nothing like that. You have to go to Nitel to do this call. You pay some before you even finish saying what you're saying to them. You are cut off. It was so frustrating. Communication. We felt really, homesick and everything. But one thing we were hoping initially when we came was that after all, it's only for 1 year. The scholarship is for 1 year, we'll go back. So that kept us going until after the 1 year. But by that, after that 1 year, we started getting used to the hang of things here, because there's a lot of things that we don't understand. Like some of the food they eat, some of the way they do things, and
Yeah.
we we Nigerians and greetings. We are friends. We greet a lot. Good morning, good morning. You say good morning, they just walk past. Hey, I'm like, what? This is so rude. Why I'm just saying good morning to somebody and they just walk past. And I have to get used to all that. That again, it's a culture shock for me because in my place, before you see someone over there, you're saying good afternoon from across the room. Walking past somebody, say good morning, and they just walk past. That was I felt so offended. And each time I said to Hobby, I said, what? He said, that's how that because he came out. And I didn't say we didn't all come together. Hobby came
Yes.
few months before us. So it's already gotten the hang of things and the uni and everything. So when I said something to him like that smoking for ladies, he said,
Yes.
forget it, that's normal. So he was trying because he was there a few months before us, yes. So to him that I greet somebody on the street and he said next time I said that you just greet them and I know that they won't respond or you don't greet them. But I just can't. I have to say good morning. Some of them, the side of the bed, they woke one of them one day. Actually, when I started to repeat the good morning again, because I thought, what can I do to you? You know, good morning. I said good morning. And I said good morning. Do you know? This person turned around and said, what is good about the effing morning?
Oh.
That was the end of my good morning to people. They will bring their objects to start because I'm greeting them.
I
It's
am
just
so
ignored.
sorry.
And when I said it again, I said good because I was sick and tired of greeting these people and they're not answering me. So that particular day, and it's a lady. If it's a man, I wouldn't have maybe bothered. It's a lady, and I said good morning, and she
Yes.
just turned around. What is good about it? Every morning, before she even finished, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm like, oh my god, and that
I
was
know.
it. That was the good.
Yes.
I have to put my good morning in my pocket.
Oluwami. Hey, anyway, and that's a good thing because it's important to actually and I like how the Africans living in diaspora are relating Kechi, Obi, Nadi there on the chat. I can see how they're like, as Africans we must greet, and I keep telling people, Mama Ifechi, I keep telling people on the live stream
Seriously.
because you also see it on YouTube because
Yeah.
anytime I have to deal with my foreign community, they're always so shocked how we are very hung up on greetings and welcoming. Why we waste so much time before we say bye? They just end a live stream. But they're always so
Yes.
shocked when they come here and the people are greeting them. It's something that we've had to I've had to explain several times that
Yes.
you are in an African YouTuber's channel. Greetings take like 1 hour, and buys are also taking. They're going to take longer because that's how
Yes.
we are raised, and we have to be very social that way.
Yes.
Yeah. So
That's
but that was quite an experience. What's so good about the effing morning? That's so funny. You have a
Hmm.
question. You have a question here that I didn't want to miss because I may not come back to. But I know I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
I will handle. I think I'll handle this question shortly. Ike, I got your question about marriage. I will ask about the because I know she'll talk about it at some point. Let me just see. I've talked about the settling in the UK, trying to figure out the family dynamics and preserving the culture. She's talked about that, making the kids be the influence rather than being influenced. And then I now want to delve shortly into your career life. How was that like? Like you're working, daddy's working, and you are both in diaspora. How was that blend? Because even in Africa, the way I remember seeing my own parents how they used to work because they all used to work and they all used to travel like pretty much. Dad was an engineer, mom also had her own research, job there. But I used to see how they were. So pretty much, I think my entire life, I think I was raised by my, either my aunts because they were there pretty much most of the time if my parents are not traveling. I'm just trying to imagine how was now, as the kids were growing up and you have to
Mhm.
focus on you have to focus on your nursing profession. How are you
Yeah.
guys able to find a balance? Because daddy is busy there getting as probably has gotten his PhD. He has a job that is keeping him busy as a research. I can imagine what a PhD involves. And you there, you
Mhm.
have your nursing career. How did you find balance in all that craziness? And then you are living in the UK. Um,
Mhm.
It's not Africa where kids are like a community effort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's an interesting question because at that time, yes, he was doing his PhD. I down on my adaptation and now working. But remember, I said I only do a couple of nights a week and over the weekend. So
Yes.
weekdays, there with the children when he comes back, and then over the weekend he takes over for me to go to work. So we are able to balance. You see, what happened at the time? Some of my colleagues, some of the people we know, because of the money. Sometimes I say to people, look, money is here to stay. But once we miss it on our children, once we miss any milestone in their lives, we have missed a lot. And it's going to
Mm.
boomerang. So what we did not keep pursuing money. Some people during that week when the children will be here, some people will leave them or hand them over to somebody or do this for them to go to work. No, I stayed with them, take them to school, bring them in the morning, do this. They have to, they can't do things for themselves. They are quite young. So that's what we did. So it's like I'm on duty during the week. Dad is on duty over the weekend, and that is exactly what we raised, what we do, how we worked it. Was it that easy? It wasn't, because it means that you are either busy during the week with the children, and then weekend you are working, and then the cycle starts again the following week. But the good thing there is that we made sure that every time they are on holiday, we didn't have much money at the time. We did not have much at all, but we made sure that even if it's local, we have to
Mm.
take them to somewhere. I took some time off that, even if it's for 1 week. And that helped a lot. And they remember, even as adults now, they remember some of those places that we took them to,
Nice.
So juggling between two of us with them, and at a point we had three under five, because we had three children. Yeah, by the time their third child arrived, our first son wasn't 5 yet, so we had three under five. Although he shortly after that he became 5 years old, and then we gave 5 years gap before the last child came. So for those three together, it was hard work, but because we worked together as a team. That's another thing about having children in the diaspora or even anywhere. You have to
Mm.
work as a team. People back home have house helps that can help them, but I still believe that even if you have house help, let those house help not be the one that will take over the training of your children. Do it yourself and know exactly what is being instilled into those children. So that's what we did. It wasn't easy, but the good thing is that children they grow so fast. I say that to young mothers. Some of them will know that. I always say to them, please be patient with your children. They grow so fast. As soon as they hit 5 years and start the normal primary school, that's it. Before you look back, you're like, where is that child? They're in high school. The next thing they're at uni, they've left the house. And if you are working and being so busy for them at that time that you should be there for them, before you know it, they've grown and gone, and you have not had
Mm.
that time with them. So it's very important that it can be very hard in the diaspora raising up children, but we have to be patient. They grow so quick and they understand things so quick now than we did in our own time growing up. Yeah.
I love that. And that goes into also like, because now you're getting into the dynamics of marriage. And you have a question here, a very interesting question here from Ike. And Ike is asking, let me just highlight it for you. Ike is saying, Goga, please ask Mama Ipechi, what is the secret to staying married for 40 years? Has she ever felt like quitting at any point? It's a very raw question because he lives in the United States and he says the rate of divorce is so high there, and he's a Kenyan who immigrated there. So I think this is actually a very it's a reality, I guess. Yes, take it away.
Very interesting question. Let me answer the first one. Have I ever thought of quitting at any stage? And I have to be very, very honest with us here today, because I won't gain anything by telling lies. After all, I don't have anything to gain. I'm here to inspire people.
Yeah.
So the answer to that, whether I've thought of quitting at any time, the answer is no, I have not. And I'll tell you the reason before I now tell you the secret of our own marriage. The reason why I have not thought of quitting is this. I actually got married quite early. Actually,
Yeah.
when my husband proposed to me, I was only 20. And in Nigeria, in my culture, you have to do bride price, you have to do traditional marriage, you have to do the church wedding. So I was only 20 when I was proposed to. Who is talking about marriage at 20? And I'm like, yeah, okay,
I
whatever.
know. Yeah.
But because Hobby is 7 years older, he was actually prepared for marriage. And he prayed about marriage, about how to meet his wife. And he said that the way he prayed it was how it happened. And because of that, and when I eventually decided, yes, I'm going to marry him, and there's so many things I observed, and then before I do it. That's why we had challenges. But have I ever thought of, oh, I'm going to leave this marriage? No, leave it to go to where? Who will be the best next best person? I'm not being with any other person. That's another thing. At that 20 years old, I did not have any boyfriend. I've never been any boyfriend or anything like that. I was, if you know what I mean, I think we are all adults here. I was intact until I married my husband. And that was what I decided to do for my life. And at that point, I said, I do, or I said, I'm going to marry you. There was no looking back. All the challenges we faced, we walked through them together. We had ups and downs, especially when we came into this UK initially, bringing up children. As I said, three under five, no
Mm.
house help, nobody to help. We walked around things together. That, if anything, if there will be any time for me to think like that, it would be that time. But I did not, because of the understanding that we have. We were able to juggle things together, moan to each other together, complain about certain things together, find the solution together. That's what has helped us over the 40 years. And another thing, I have so many C's that makes marriage to work. And I'm going to run them quickly because they all help us over these 40 years. And the one big C that has helped us to maintain this marriage 40 years on is communication. When I mean communication, and I don't mean shouting, because some people think that communication is, you do this, do that. Come and sit down here, let's talk about it. It's no longer communication. I said you should come and sit down here. Let's talk about this now. That's not communication. So people will, when we talk about communication, I mean communication. Communication has helped us a lot. Another thing, another big C that helps us a lot is commitment. We are committed to this. There's no looking back. We die here together. If it's going to work, let it work. If it's not, and it's going to work. Not if it doesn't going to work, it will work. Provided there's no DV, every other thing in marriage will be handled. The other big C is collaboration. People collaborate on YouTube. I want to collaborate with you. Do you actually collaborate with your husband at home and your wife at home? You have to collaborate with each other. That's the third C. The other C is confession. People in Roman Catholic, they go to their father to confess every Friday. I'm going to father to confess. Confess what? Have you confessed to your husband and your wife at home? When I mean confession, I'm not saying that you have, because people call it cheating. I don't call it cheating. When you are married and you are going out to a different man or woman, you are committing adultery. It's infidelity. It's not cheating. Cheating is like you go there, somebody cheats you, take some money from you, you say cheating. But when we use these flimsy words for serious matters in marriage, that's why some marriages are having problems. There's nothing like cheating in marriage. If you're married and you said I do to each other, it's no longer cheating when your husband or your wife, because women do that as well, goes out there to another man or another woman. There's nothing like cheating. It's very simple, cheap word to use, and I don't like using it. It's infidelity. It is adultery. That's what it is. So when I mean confession, I don't mean in that respect. Confession is you have found out that you actually raise your voice to your husband or to your wife. Come confess and say to them, I'm really sorry the way I spoke to you earlier. I know I shouted at you. I was just a bit stressed out. I'm sorry. Do that. Don't be too big for a man or even a woman. So the next C is confession, and the next C is change. Do not, what I mean change is not trying, oh, where is Goga? Anyway, let me continue. The other C is change. And when I mean change, I don't mean you trying to change your spouse. Like me now, I'll say, there's something, there's something my husband is doing. I really want him to change. I really want him to change. How about you? The one you're doing, have you changed? So when I mean see a marriage about change, it's not about you trying to change your husband or about your husband trying to change his wife. It's about you trying to change yourself. And trust me, when you are sincere to yourself and you have looked into yourself and you try to change, because sometimes we don't see our own faults, we always see another person's fault. When you are true to yourself, you are very honest to yourself, and you change. The other person you are thinking is the problem, your spouse, you think is the problem. The way they will also change, you'll be like, hey, so I was even the problem all the time because you have changed. You can never change anybody. They're not even from
Mm.
the even people from the same mother and father. You can't change your sibling. Never mind somebody that you met as an adult. So don't try to change your spouse. If you don't go away with anything today, please go away with this. People say you are always doing this. You are always you need to change. He doesn't need to change. She doesn't need to change. You need to change something in you, and every other thing will fall into place. The next thing is character. The next C in marriage is character. What character are you bringing into the marriage? Yes, love at first sight. I love some of this love is infatuation. It's no love at all. It's lost. Because when they now come into it and they're now met with so much difficulty, so much challenges in that marriage, they are looking for the next exit to get out of the marriage because
Mm.
this is not what I bargained for. I'm not here to suffer. Oh. No, I'm not here to do that.
Yeah.
So the character you bring into the marriage is very important. That's why when people do all these Valentine's Day and all that, I laugh because for me and Hobby, 40 years on, every day is a Valentine. We have never celebrated it one day in 40 years. We have
Mm.
never gone on 14th of February and start buying flower and start doing that nonsense. We have people who do it, please. That's fine. If it works for you, that's fine. But I'm just telling you that it's not something we have done for 40 years, but we have had a Valentine every single day. And that has kept us. Another thing is to cooperate. Another C is to cooperate. Cooperate with each other. Don't always find fault. Cooperate. When your husband says that, oh, this, try and look into it. Try and negotiate. Try and look into what they're saying, and vice versa. Cooperate with each other and don't always find fault, this and that. And celebrate. Another C is to celebrate. Sorry, I'm taking time with this one because you've come to the heart of my discussions about marriage. The other one is to celebrate. Celebrate every little thing, every little milestone in your marriage, in your life. Celebrate it. Or is it that for example, let me just use a simple example now. Maybe your wife or both of you notice, oh, another baby is coming. Some people will just give a big sigh. Hey, another baby, I'm not even ready for this baby now. You're not ready. Did the baby fall from the sky? How did the baby happen then? And then you have become angry that you don't want that baby at that time. They're not celebrating God's goodness to you. Or somebody just maybe I don't know what other example to use. Something very simple. Having a baby is even a big thing, but something very simple that happened in your relationship, in your marriage between two of you. Just celebrate it. The person might say, is it just this little thing you're talking about? I say, yes. If you celebrate the little things, the good big ones will come. So always celebrate the little things. And then cleave. The other C is cleave. You are cleaving with you. The Bible says it that they should leave mother and father and cleave to your wife. This idea of very small thing, you go and start reporting your wife to your pastor or to even your parents. You're a boy, you're not a man. You shouldn't have gotten married. You may be 40 years, but you're still a boy. If you're still going to your pastor to report your wife and vice versa, then you're still a girl. You're still a boy. You're still in that, maybe that, even when I was 20, I felt that I was a woman. But for people in their 30s getting married ladies, and every small thing they want to report to somebody, that third party will always give you an advice or stand at one or use their own life experience to judge the situation. I'm not
Mm.
saying don't seek opinion on people. People come to me a lot, me and daddy. Oh my God, sometimes our youngest son, when he was here, he said, all these things people do, I hope you're charging people for it. All this time you're spending time, I said, you don't need to charge anybody. The fact that after speaking to people and marriages are working better and people are happier and not getting so depressed. People are in marriage and are depressed. Why? It shouldn't be happening. So if that can help people, that's what every morning for me. I don't need money to be able to do that. But what happens in marriage and some of the things that cause problems in marriages are very simple things. My husband is looking after other women and stuff like that. All the things that are leading him out or leading the woman out, they are very simple things that you people did not start looking into during your early years of marriage. You left it, you are so busy with children, you're bringing up children and all the rest of it, and you let some things slip. And by the time you know it, it's too late, and we are drifting apart from each other. So, see, these are all I have so much more C's, but I will leave them now. There are so many C's to make marriage to work. In fact, the most important, another one important one I didn't even mention is chemistry. Because some people are marrying and they don't have chemistry. They don't really connect with each other properly, but they are marrying because, oh, she's beautiful. Oh, he's tall and handsome. Oh, he's this, he's that. So, but that kind of thing is not what will sustain a marriage, because that person that you saw that is so beautiful and handsome and tall and whatever, life can happen to people and that person will no longer be beautiful. That person may no longer be able to walk around as they do and tall and handsome. Something may happen. So what do? So you have to make sure that you have that chemistry, and it takes time and effort. But in the end, when it does happen, as he always does, you know that really, this is my husband, this is my wife, and whatever comes in that marriage, you will be able to weather the storm. I think I'll stop it there because I can go on and on.
I like that. And Mama Ifechi does a lot of this when you watch her channel. It's also a good way of also interacting with her content, because I like how she structures these conversations. And she's normally very blunt, but I think it comes with experience and also like age. She doesn't sugarcoat things. She always tells it as it is. And sometimes you need that, because I think we live in a world where people don't like we don't like rocking the boat, because we want it to sound very, we want, going around the bush, like you can go around, just bring a point. She says it as it is, so you can check out some of these things. Mama Ifechi, let me just run through a few comments that came when you are giving this answer to our brother. So Ifeanyi here says, he's watching us from Germany, says, Mama Ifechi, you are a woman of virtue. You are looking the fine way you are today because of the life you have led. You are a blessing to humanity, and you are still doing your duty well. And then Nkechi says, let's not point fingers, because 4 more fingers are pointing back at you. Evaluate yourself and see what you can improve on. I think she was just trying to reiterate what you were saying earlier. And then Obinadi says, Mama Ifechi is dropping essential information. And then Nkechi also said, you're spitting gems. Thank you for educating everyone. Oyoyo's word is like, well done, mom. And then Dagmar is watching us from Belgium. Dagmar says, I've been married for 20 years this year, and she's talking facts. And then you have a very young Esi Mungai here who is telling you, marriage seems to be a lot of work after listening to all this. Of course it is. Yeah. So good crystal points there. I hope you've been answered. There. So I'm just trying to highlight a few comments, based on that. And then okay. And then I like what she said again. She's advising some young lady there who is looking for a husband, Mama Ifechi. She says, the best remedy is to talk to each other always about everything, really everything. Just try to buttress what you just said in your points.
Yeah.
Guys, you can check out, Mama Ifechi has talked a lot about this, and you can also ask her, because she tends to have live streams every Sunday. So you can also interact with her on her live streams on this issue, so that, you can get answers. All right, I will go to my next question. I think she captured very nicely the angles around marriage. Tell people that Daddy turned 70 the other day, and I was seeing your pictures. You guys still look so young. What is the secret?
Right.
I couldn't believe he's 70. I was like, no way. In fact, I had to like zoom on the picture. And then I looked at you now, you're saying that that is only like 7 years. I'm like, Mama Ipechi is like in her 60s as well. I'm like, no way. She's like, but what is the secret to this amazing, looking this amazing?
Yeah. By the way, we're talking about when we're talking about age, on the 6th of March, Wednesday, the 6th of March, I'll be on live stream because my job that will be my birthday. And in my job, on your birthday, if you fall on a weekday, you are giving a day off. So on the 6th of
Nice.
March, Wednesday, I'm going to do an impromptu live stream, just there, chat with people. You can ask me anything, you can ask me about age and about that. To me, age is only a number. We'll just keep going. So I thought I'll just mention that I'm going to be on my community as well. So it's Wednesday, the 6th of March, will be my birthday, and I'll add another year to my years. And do you know what? When it comes to age, yes, Hobby turned 70 in January last month. And not just that he doesn't look it, he doesn't act it. I hope he's not hearing me. And he
Yeah.
won't leave me. Sometimes he'll just look at me. He said, what am I doing with you this morning? Because I'm always pulling his leg. I always say to him, you're 70. Are you sure you're 70? But we look after our health a lot. And we do, I don't know if anybody here knows about biological age and metabolic age. We do health screening. We do that particular full health screening every 2 years because that's why I have the other channel, Effective Health and Wellness, because anything to do with family, health and wellness, I'm there. So we do this full body MOT every other year. And when we did the one we did just last year, his metabolic age was 54. And he just turned 7. Yes. And then my own just gave me a year younger than my own, but his own gave him almost 20 years younger than his age. And I always tease him and say, no wonder you're behaving the way you're behaving for a 70-year-old man.
That's amazing.
I'll leave it there. So what I'm trying to say is that despite this number of years of marriage, despite my age, I try to carry myself very well and look after myself. And some of my age mates, when they talk about their marriage, what is going on, how they are feeling, the fact that that one is no more something, that one is done. I'm like, really? We are just starting. So you have to spice things up. No matter your age, just keep going. Age is only a number. Just keep going. Look after yourself. Look after each other. When you're happy. So to answer your question, why we are looking the way we are looking, if we are looking, is are various factors. One is that we try as much as possible to look after ourselves. If I tell you what we spend here to look after ourselves, you'll be like, other people will use it to do other things. But everybody have got their own priorities. We spend a lot of money on ourselves to look after ourselves internally, not outside. Not for me to be slim or anything like that. Health, my own is to be healthy. Inside, we consider our inside. You know how you have a dirty plate, you can use soap to wash your plate, or inside you, how do you wash it? Because you don't see your inside. So we look after our inside more than we look after our outside. And that is what I think is helping us. And also, we are very happy. And when I mean happy, I mean very. And people who know me one-on-one, if I'm not happy, you will know. I'm not one of those people that will come, yeah, well, praise God. If I'm not happy, you will know that I'm not happy. If I'm happy, you know. And that is me. People who know me very well knows that I don't pretend. And Hobby is the same thing. He does not pretend. So if we are not happy in this marriage, you will know. People who come to visit will know. And people will not be coming to us to ask us anything or tell us anything about themselves, because we are also very confidential people. I think it's to do with my job. My job comes with a lot of confidentiality. So if anybody shares anything with me, or I discuss or help anybody with anything, nobody hears about it. Unless you want to go and tell somebody else, nobody hears about it. And I think that is the way to go. So, in answer to your question, I think it's a combination of everything that has made us, and we try to make sure that we did not use our children as in between when they were here. Now that they've grown and gone, how we started years ago is how we are now. It's just two of us in this house. That's why I don't know whether anybody seen my video 3 months ago when we sold the big house that we had 24 years, where we raised our children and now moved to what they call it village. In a bungalow, everything is on the same level, and it's just two of us. Our children visit from time to time, but they visit, you say welcome to them, and then when are they going? They're gone, they go. Because it's now how we started before, that's how you're ending. But unfortunately, some people are using children as in between. They are my children, 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 children. Marriage is for husband and wife. Children are added bonus. It's two of you. No matter how much you love your children, they are going to grow and gone, just like us here. They always call. My son called the other day. He wants to come the other weekend and say, "Okay, yes, son, looking forward to him coming." But it's just two of you at the end of it all. No matter how much you love them, they will grow and go. So you have to look after yourself. Even when you're raising up your children, make out time for each other. Make out time for each other, because no matter how they love you, they've got their own
They
life
are
to live.
going.
They've got their own life. They have their own family, they have their own children, they have their own wives. And I will always encourage my son, but I only have sons. Please, you have seen how God is looking after me here, treats me like a queen, and that's how I want you to treat your wives. I do not want to hear any story. I'm not one of those mother-in-law that will go and be talking rubbish. This is my son's house. Which son? Your son's house. Get out to your own house. You know, all that nonsense
Yeah.
about mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. I think it's ignorance. People are so
You know,
ignorant. Why would you be having people with your daughter-in-laws or why? You know, take them as your
I
own
love it.
children. Take them as your own children. Let them know how you carry yourself. You are not a beggar. Don't go there and start disturbing your son for money or whatever, or if they give you something. That's why we have to work hard for ourselves. Anything that our children give us now is like, just like, oh, we have to bless mom and dad. And that's it. Not that we are depending on that. If they don't bring in, we won't feed. No. And that is what causes some problem. For mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, they'll be mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is this. My daughter-in-law is that. When I see people like that, I just laugh. And what's that all about? There's no need. No need.
I love that. And the chat is so wild. The chat is like, this Mama Ifechi, who sent her? Why is she calling us out? Why is she calling us out? Sometimes you need to be told the truth. Guys, it is the Sunday service. You are not supposed to be taking notes here like for YouTube and everything, but you are transitioning slowly there. You have very beautiful comments. I want to highlight a few that I just got. Nkechi says, I started praying since age 12 about the kind of man I wanted, and God provided when the time was right. Remember, it has to be in God's timing. Keep the faith. And then
Thank you for that, Kechi. That comment is very important. Sorry, Goga, before you go to the next comment, this comment is very important. Wait for your own time. It's not my mates are married. My mates have married and have 3 children. What? Who are your mates? You are your own mate. Wait for your time. That's why some marriages are failing. People are running because their mates are. Even some of their mates will say, you're still at home. When are you going to get married? Why are you asking a woman when is she going to get married? Is she going to marry herself? And that's why people rush. That's why people rush. So this comment from Nkechi is very valid. Wait for your own time. Start praying. Start preparing for it. Mind you, in my own case, I have to be honest. I did not pray. I did not prepare. But thank God that my husband did. He said that, in fact, he gave me a book. He said he started reading book. He started doing this. He started asking God to direct him to where he will meet his wife. And that's how it happened. I wasn't praying. Who at 20 is praying for a husband? Maybe I should have. She said she started praying at 12. I did not pray. I have to say. I was a good girl. I kept myself. I did all that mom and dad say we should do and all that. But as for praying for husband, I did not. But thank God. I have to be honest. Thank God that He gave me a man that prayed and was prepared. And
I love I love
initially
that.
I was stubborn one. I was stubborn one in the marriage because when we had a meeting issue, I didn't want to sort. I'm like, there's nothing to sort out here. He said, no, we're not going to sleep until this is sorted out. Because he was prepared. He wanted to make it work. And I have to key in. Yeah, sorry, I have to go there. Thank
I
you.
love that. So you have a nice comment here from also Omaya Girls. Omaya Girls is my Kenyan sister. She's been living in Ireland with her family as well.
I know
And
I'm
she's the one.
connected with her. I know Maya girl. No, I have not
You know Omaya
been in
Girls,
contact
yeah.
with her wife. I know her,
Awesome, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and Omaya Girls is my guys. Omaya Girls is my mentor. I always have to say that Omaya Girls is the one who mentored me through live streams and things like that. I totally owe it to her for guiding me through that particular process. And then Blessed at the Countryside says, Mommy is very particular about eating healthy. That's the one thing I learned from her channels. And speaking of channels, because guys, I don't want to keep Mama here for so long. I think I have an extra 30 minutes or so. Speaking of channels, you are the one person who has 2 YouTube channels. You are in your 60s. You have 2 YouTube channels. They are all monetized. Who are you? Like, do you like know the way running one channel is already a lot of work? You went, you got 2 channels monetized. They are very busy channels, and you are a nurse, you are a wife, you are a grandma, you are a. How do you get to run 2 YouTube channels? Tell us about your YouTube journey. What inspired you to actually get into the platform?
You,
I know
you want to
your
you,
first,
you, you want
your
you want to expose me here now, so I have to tell you the truth then.
no, I'm curious because you play a lot of, you wear so many hats, Mama Ifechi. How did you even have time to, and you are in the UK, people are just busy there and everything. How do you get time to start a YouTube channel, put content, then you finish one channel, then you go to another channel? Let us talk about content creation. That was
Okay,
actually my next
okay,
subtopic.
okay.
That's my next subtopic.
Yeah,
And I
this
just
event
want to
is
say,
sorry.
let me just say hi. I want to say hi to Sam Kendiri Magoha. I see Sam Kendiri there.
Okay,
It's been a while since I saw you, brother, but we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support, bro. Okay, Mama Ifechi, take it away.
okay. Thank you. But let me just greet people from my other side as well. Mercy,
Yes.
beauty. Thank you for coming. Sam Kembrimagoha, all the way
Yeah.
from Munich in Germany. You're welcome. Yeah, Mrs.
Yes.
I've already welcomed you to that channel. Yeah, I think you've got that person. Yeah, okay. Welcome, my
Yeah.
people. So let's
Musisi is doing a good job. Mercy is also helping me, Keisha and Helen. So Musisi is doing a good job there. Of course, other than his drama with AA, he's welcoming everybody. Don't worry.
yeah, Musisi is well, his name will come up now that you're asking me about my YouTube. I'm going to call him out. He doesn't like me saying this all the time. I have to keep saying it. So Musisi is somebody. Okay, let me start with Ifechi family.
Yes.
During COVID, when we are all locked in, so watching this TV, watching this, I started watching YouTube. And then I started watching some of these Nigerian YouTubers at the time, young girls. I know that they were the age of my boys. And the way they were doing all this rubbish, this person calling each other out, all this nonsense. I'm like, hey, is that what happens on social media now? When there was no social media, when we used to do Telegram or whatever, back in those days to write, go to Nitel to make phone calls.
Mama Pechi, wait. I have to clarify because this generation doesn't know what the only Telegram they know is a social media app. You have to clarify. You have to clarify what Telegram is because there are people here on the chat they will think you're talking about the app.
This app, Telegram in those days, you have to do a Telegram when you want to send message from UK to Nigeria or to other parts of the world. You have to send it by Telegram. I don't know how that Telegram thing works, so it will take some time for it to get to that place. It's not this Telegram people will see now that you put I'll see. Has joined Telegram. That person has joined Telegram. I'm not talking about that kind of Telegram. It's something that you have to mix to connect with people, and it will take 2 days for the person to get that Telegram message from wherever. Hey. So I'm just saying to myself, during the COVID, when I saw all these bars, in Nigeria, they call it bars going on. I'm like, when we used to use Telegram to send messages to our people to say hello, is it the time people, because people have social this thing now, we are using this to call out each other. call out each other's husband, call out each other's children. And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? My people, that's what made me to open Ifechi family. Because I want to go there, because some of them are like my people from Nigeria. I want to go there and put a comment. I'm like, hey, before they insult me like they insulted me in Scotland and told me to F off. So I said, let me not. I said, like, writing there to advise them. I'm like, they don't know who I am. They may insult me like they insult the rest of them. And I don't like insults. That's why I don't insult. I respect myself so much. Even all these people, see all these my people here, they're all the age or even younger than my sons. But I respect people and I respect myself because I don't want insults. I don't want insults at all in my life. And I respect people. No matter your age, I respect you. Anyway, so I thought that will not do justice to this. And I thought, and I said, actually, I can actually do this. I was just laughing. The day I was there, the daddy said, do what? I said, I'm going to open a channel and we'll go there and be talking. Yeah, he said, you. He said, okay. He knows I'm very outspoken and everything, but he knows I don't have patience for little things like IT or this. He said, don't open because I know it's going to fall on me. And that's exactly what happened. Not open because he's going to fall on me. I said, no, I'll learn it, this and that. And our youngest son was with us. He fell on him. The boy was like, I can't wait. What am I going to need? Mom, I can't be doing this. He's the one that will do anything. He's the one that will help me with thumbnail. He's the one that will do this. And he got the hang of it and he was helping me. When I started Fetchy Family, I didn't know anything about connect with me. I connect with you. I thought I was just open. You just talk there. Whoever sees will see. Whoever doesn't see will not see. I don't even know that you have to do anything like monetization. 1,000K watch hour, 3,000 this and that. Who knows? I didn't know anything. After 6 months, I don't know how I got somebody just started me on 5 months of being on YouTube. I can't even know how many people I have. To me, at that time, after that 5 months, and if I have 100, I'm like, hey, 100 people in 5 months. Where are they from? I was happy. I did not understand what YouTube is. So she now told me about YouTube. She now told me that somebody that should connect me with this particular lady. I don't forget her. And the person she introduced me to was Musisi. That's how I got to know Musisi 5 months into YouTube 3 years ago.
Yeah.
She connected me to Musisi. I went there, said hello, that Zoba's World told me about you and all that, and the rest became history. Connected me that time. There's a lot of Filipinos. I got some Filipino friends through that channel. That's how we started, and they were hello to them. They connect with me. We just started. I thought, oh, this is fun. I didn't know you can meet people from the Philippines. Musisi is from Uganda. Really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I just thought, this is cool. So that's how I started with Ifechi Family, growing it and then meeting all these people. Then live stream. What is live stream? What does that mean? So I now learned and I had to do live streams and that. Anyway, and my son was still the one doing all this and helping me, and I couldn't get the hang of this editing thing and with my job and everything. And so I don't even have the time. Never mind getting the hang of it, don't have the time. And I don't like stressing myself. Instead of stressing myself, I take time off on holiday. Next weekend, long weekend, we're going to be in Zurich. We just take ourselves out and chill. And I'd rather do that than suffering myself.
Of course.
I love my life. And I've been doing this since we are much younger, not now. So nobody will say, oh, because your children are grown, you can now enjoy. Even when our children were younger, they will remember all the holidays. We've gone to Portugal, we've gone to Spain. But they remember all the pictures are here. They remember those things. So we've always loved life and looking after ourselves. So my son now became busy with his job as well. He can't do it anymore. I don't want to be stressing him. And I said, okay, it's time to close this channel then because I can't be bothered. He said, no, Mom, you can't just close. After all this hard work I've helped you, you have to take over and do it. I said, if you can't help me, that was emotional blackmail. I wasn't going to close anything. I was trying to get fun out of the whole thing. Emotional blackmail. He said, okay, I'll keep telling you that you don't have to close it. I've done all this hard work. You want to close it? I said, okay, thanks, son. Let's continue. Anyway, So for me, is to talk. You see me, I've been here since talking. Talk is cheap. Frank Bruno, I don't know who know Frank Bruno. Well, the interview he said talk is cheap because you can just talk. So I can sit down here and talk for 10 hours. Talk is cheap, isn't it? So what I would say is not the problem. Is when it comes to the editing, you do the thumbnail, you upload it, you put the ads, you do this one, you do that one.
Yeah.
So he now continued. And he came to a point I said, no, I can't be disturbing him anymore. So about just over a year ago, I can engage to some extent and do things, but I just don't have the patience at the time. Yes, so I decided to look for somebody in Nigeria who can help me with this, because it is easier for me to pay somebody who is in Nigeria, maybe here. Although when you check the rate at the time, it wasn't much of a difference anyway. So I got somebody, but she just doing it for me as a mother, not that she's doing it. That's what she would charge as a business, what she's charging me. So this person started doing it for me as a family last year, or just last year or beginning of last year. I opened the Health and Wellness, and I said to her, I was talking about health on my family, and it just not flowing. I'm like, this is a family channel. You can't be talking about health issues. I was combining everything there. I said, no, let me separate them. And what we said that is true. Just separate them so we know that when we are on that one, this is what we're talking about when you're on that one. So I got this person. I don't know whether she might want me to mention her name. I didn't ask her permissions anyway. So she lives in Lagos, in Nigeria. So she started doing we negotiated. She started doing my thumbnail, my editing. All I do on my channel is to talk. You see all these Nigerian videos I've been doing that you can see, go to my channel now. It's all Nigerian videos, all that. I just do as I'm doing, I'm sending to her. As I'm doing, I'm sending to her. And she does the thing. She does the combination. She does the thumbnail. Some of them I forget to take thumbnail. She will craft thumbnail from the video and do it. And then she'll send to me, is it okay, mommy? And I said, yes. And she just does it as daughter and mother kind of relationship. This is, don't let me down, no. He said, power is off in 5 minutes. To save energy, press any button to prevent the power off. Goga, you see, this thing want to expose me. What do I do now?
I give you? You need to charge. You need to, have you connected you need to get the laptop charger.
Huh? No, it's not laptop, it's desktop. He said power is off in 5 minutes. To save energy, click any button.
Oh yeah, just click on it because it has been idle for a while. So just click on the screen or something. Daddy is coming.
I'm very good. People should laugh at you. Thank you.
Pleasure meeting you, Daddy. Look at, I can't believe he's 70. Look at that amazing man, guys. That is like the technical, that is the production team.
He ran away. He wants it. He's watching football. I didn't even know that he's hearing me. Oh, if I continue, let me report him. Let me report him to you people before I continue. You know, this time I told him I'll report. I forgot. Even though he's come and done this, I still have to report him. This afternoon, when I was about to start my live, I was dressing up. I had this and he just looked at me. He smiled. And he said, "Is that all you can do? Smile. Do you see me dressed like this all the time for my YouTube? What do you have to say?" I said, "Smile is not enough. You should say, you look gorgeous. You look." He just said, "Me now." That's how I trouble him. It's like you will do his head like this woman. Leave me alone now. So anyway, that's what I was saying. And so I said I found her, and we agreed what she would charge me to do Ifechi family. And when before I started doing health and wellness, I said to her, I'm going to open another one. Do you think you can manage that? But if you won't, I'll just leave it. She said, oh yes, that's fine, mom. And then she just added a little thing on top of what I was giving her. And that's how my 2 channels are managed, my lovely people. I do not get paid on even on both channels combined. Some months I don't get paid every month on them, some months. But I have to pay her because I know why I'm on YT. If I'm on YT, I'm not saying, for people who want to super chat me, or don't say that the children doesn't need money, who super chat me because I need money. But what I want to say is that I still pay her whether I get the money or not because I'm here for a purpose and I know why I opened the channel. So when they pay every month for some time, they pay every month. I'm like, yes, at least I have more than enough to pay my editor. And sometimes they won't pay, I still have to pay her because and what I'm paying her is not, it cannot, if I have to do it for somebody like a big business, I know what I'll be paying that person. So shout out to you, my dear. I don't know what you want me to mention her name, but she's doing an amazing job. And even with this village vlogs, our agreement is 2 videos on Ifechi family, 2 on health channel every week. But since this village vlog, she's been doing about 3 on Ifechi family. She does my thumbnails for every Sunday live stream. She does anything else I want her to do. She just does it without even adding extra. But out of my own, this now, add something for her for that month, or I can super chat her in her channel and stuff like that. So that's how these 2 channels are being run and consistent and being uploaded every week. And I'm not looking stressed because by 10 o'clock in the night, 10:15 latest, my phone is off. I'm in bed. That is in bed. Yes. Honestly, this life me twice. I'm not here for fighting. People tell you they're still awake by 2 a.m. They're still awake by 11 by 12 midnight. You know, if it works for you, fine. But remember, you have to live for now that you're younger before you get to this age. Sometimes some people before they get to a certain age, they are. I saw some people when we went to Nigeria this time. People I knew that I am much younger. Sorry, older, much older than they are. I was about to call them auntie, thinking that they're older ladies. Until somebody told me, don't you know this lady? And I'm like, who? And then when they told me who the lady was, I was shocked. Because she was, I don't know what's wrong with her. But, what I'm trying to say is that we have to look after ourselves as much as we can. That's why it pains me what is happening in my country, in Nigeria now. People cannot even live well, even if they want to. And it's so sad.
Yeah.
So all in all, that's how I run the 2 channels, and Miss Sissy has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, just like your guy is now in trouble because today I was on the phone to him. Even if he calls me out, he came to find me on my listing to know whether I know how to grade premium. Just tell me why you're. I'm here to spoil. You're not here to spoil. I'm here to spy. Very helpful. Sissy, I can come with Sissy at any time. I can message him on WhatsApp. He will be there. Construct corners. Sometimes I also, all these men. I think because I had boys, I'm used to men. Being the people so I have so many daughters here. I have many sons. Because you say you're 35. My first son is more than 35. So you're like a son to me. Yes, my first son is more than my second son is 35. Yeah, my second son is 35. So I've got all these people here. So why would I close any of this channel? Why will I not be here and see all these lovely people, money or no money? We're having fun. I'm impacting life. I'm having all this lovely family and people here from all over the world. Look at me dressed like this in UK for Kenya.
I love it. 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 And I like that. I like people are getting excited there. I saw Maura, official and Maura was like, emotional blackmail, and you did close the channels and you kept going. And it's amazing. It's amazing how you actually you actually got to keep the channels. There's a question. I think there's somebody just wrote. I think I just lost the comment somewhere in there. I don't know if it was by Nkechi or somebody. Something about the distinction between niches. So you started as a Fechi family, and then shortly thereafter you got onto Fechi Health and Wellness as a second channel. What informed this distinction? What actually got you into that headspace of separating these 2 channels, and you said, I want to start a second channel so that I can focus this one on family and these conversations, and this one focuses on my health, what I'm eating, my exercise routine and things like that?
I'm thinking about it now. I have a friend who
Mm,
actually mentioned, so this friend is just a friend indeed. In fact, when I started the channel, she said that she didn't know I was going to still continue. So one day she was just we're just chatting. She said that you are doing, I'm doing, and she was so encouraging that I'm doing so well and everything, and hey, she now said you have not been putting a lot of about health.
mm,
You talk more about family things, which is good though. But how about health? You haven't been putting a lot in your channel. I said to her, yes, it's true. I'm concentrating on family, marriage, relationship, because that's more of an issue at the time. But so after that chat with her, she actually said she didn't know anything because she saw her YouTuber. She didn't know about opening a second channel. She said, why can't you divide it and maybe this week all through we're talking about this, next week all through we're talking about that's what she said. So that
mm,
gave me that idea. And I said, divide it. One week I talk about this week. It just came to me. And I went to that and I said to him that the best thing might be for me to open another channel. He said, like another channel. This one you are doing, you are disturbing your son to help you. Now, for somebody who is helping you, want to open another one. Will she do the two? I said, I'll ask her first. He said, okay, that's a good idea actually. So that when you concentrate on one, you know that this is for child health, so you can direct people to Ifechi health and wellness. But when you see Ifechi, this is family, this is health and wellness. So it's very
mm,
distinctive. You know that it's the same person, but they're doing different things. He said that's a good idea. So everything I have to do, I have to go through him. Before I started YouTube, I told him, he said, I'm not. I don't doubt whether you know what to say there or you have experience of what to say. My only concern is that you don't deal so very well with the pressure and stress, and you like to chillax. So I don't know how you're going to do this. You're going to call on me. That's the only I want to have to tell him. So he said, yeah. I said, I'll have to ask the person who's doing the editing and ask her if she can handle two of them. And I'll tell the person that she's only going to be doing two on this channel, two on that other channel. She has her own channel as well. And I
mm.
asked her, she said, yes, that she can do that. She also, that's the type of thing she does, that she has other people she works with, but she will not take it as business to other people. She'll take it as something she's doing between two of us. And that's why she's not taking that much because she knows I'm transparent to her. I tell her the months I get paid and the months I don't get paid. It doesn't, as I told her, it won't change what I'm paying you every month because it's not your fault. So many people are on YouTube, they don't get paid every month. So this is like a job
Yeah.
that you're doing. Yeah, and we had that agreement and it's been working so well. Even when I said to her about Nigeria, she said, Mommy, just do as much as you can on Nigerian vlog. I'll do them. Hey, I'm like, this girl, who sent you? Where you came to meet me? So, yeah. So that's how I've been managing here.
I love that. I love that, and I like how you are breaking it down so nicely. The power of an editor as you worry about the content. You said you like talking. You can talk about you can talk for hours
Mm,
on things you're very passionate about. But the
yeah,
editing is where you draw the line, and that's why you've outsourced that, leaving somebody to help you with that. um when it just comes to like, and I like how I like one thing you also said about your channel, like you have a target, 2 videos on this one, 2 videos on
yeah,
this one
yeah, that's it.
weekly.
Yeah.
I think I love that,
Weekly.
and it's a very, yeah, weekly,
Yeah.
and I think I love that because it gives you the discipline of not letting the channel be idle. You also have you also tend to do live streams every Sunday.
Yes.
What yeah,
Yeah,
what
once.
inspired you?
Okay, to do that, what inspired me?
Yeah, to get into live streaming in addition to the videos, because I know now with the live stream you don't really have any it's not really a big problem, no technical problems like editing. So what inspired you to bring in more live streams as opposed to the videos that you do every week?
Right. What inspired me to start doing live streaming is that I noticed that the videos I do, I don't, because I know how impatient people can be, and I can be sometimes watching long videos. I'm like, oh my god, that video is 25 minutes. I haven't got that 25 minutes, and I don't like not watching people. I don't like not watching people properly. So I said to myself, I really don't want my videos to be more than 8-10 minutes. So because
Yeah.
of that, I decided that I'll do short videos and I'll do live stream One Sunday on health and wellness, one Sunday on Ifechi family. And what I
Effective
do
family.
sometimes, I talk about in the video that is short. We can now expand. I won't tell them on the. I say, well, let's talk about this more on my live stream on Sunday, so that way we
Mm,
can come and talk about things more. That's what made me to do live stream as well. And that one, as you say, it's easy. It's just sit there, talk. We laugh a lot, we joke a lot, we just talk. We are busy. We get serious and we also laugh and it's just so interactive. My people who are here will testify because Bijoy
yes.
Special is one of them. All these people here, they attend my live stream, Mori Chino, so Funke, they all there
Yeah.
and we just make it, we learn from things and we also laugh a lot in
Yeah.
my live stream. So that's what made me to, start doing live streaming. Yeah.
One of the things I like from you, and you may not have known this, but it was like it's over a year ago because I know I've known you for like a while. There's a time I
Mm.
came to your live stream. You used to do this end of month live stream. I know you never used to do the Sunday back to back. You used to have like
Yeah.
a live stream you do at the end of every month, like a
Yeah.
worship session and things like
Yeah.
that. There's a time I walked into your live stream just before people came in. I think I was like among the first three people who came onto that live stream. It's over a year ago. You may not remember
I know.
this. And then I don't know, people started doing what on the live stream. For me, it was the respect you command. You told people, guys, we are here to pray. Can you like give me a minute? Stop whatever you are doing. I want us to commit this live stream to prayer. Do you know the chat froze? The chat froze for a moment, and I was like, I love this lady because I was like, we were all being, we were all being playful and everything. No one seems even to be like listening to what you're saying. And you literally told people, guys, I kindly request you to stop whatever you are doing. I'm just about to start my praying, and then we can. Once I finish whatever I'm trying to say, then you can carry on with with what you're discussing. I mean, how do you like for people who are struggling here to do live streams, and your community tends to be very yeah, you'll crack jokes, but there's always a lot of respect. I've never felt disrespected when I come to your platform, and that is one of the things you said it earlier when you said that you respect people. You don't like that environment of confrontation and things like that. And to an extent, that is like literally me, and I think that's why I resonated with you at that level because I was like, I
Mm.
like how this lady, I love how this lady runs her house. There's a lot of
Mm.
discipline. There's respect. There's I never feel like I'll be attacked or anything or things like that. How do you foster
Mm.
an environment of respect in a platform such as this? Because YouTube has all these, we are so many people, we come with very different mindsets. How do we foster a culture of respect based on the diversity that is on the platform?
Yeah, to be quite honest, I don't really know because I've noticed that I don't get some of these nasty people coming. You don't know who they are. They're dropping some horrible comments, and I've never noticed that in my live stream. I think maybe when people come and observe,
Yeah,
because I do that a lot. Sometimes I'm on live streams, but I'm behind, and I don't even say hello to anybody. I don't even say anything. I watch a lot of people, and I don't say hello. I just be in the background. I may be there for an hour for what and
yeah,
get what I want to get. Some of the things I get will help me to talk about my family channel or so on. I do that a lot. I'll be on your live stream,
yeah.
I'll give you the thumb up. I'll give you the thumb up. That's the first thing I'll do. But you won't get any comment from me. I'll just listen. So I think maybe some people do that as well before they now come in and they can see when you see how things are flowing, how the person is comporting themselves, they're not disrespecting people or disrespecting themselves. Then for you to come in to be the one that will start all that nonsense, you'll be out of place. You'll be out of place. So you don't want to start. I think that's what it is. Because
Mm,
and if anybody, if at any time anybody feel offended, because there was something that happened on one of my live streams, somebody said something and I misunderstood what that person said because I didn't like that statement the person made. And
mm,
I said something about that statement, and the person was really apologetic and very upset. She said that she wasn't referring to me. I was referring, they were just having banter with each other. And I didn't know. I thought she was telling me because out of what I was saying. And then when she said that, I said to her, okay, that's fine. I'm really sorry. She said, it's only a younger person to me. I said, I'm sorry. That's okay. Let's leave it there. Then I thought you are referring to what I said. You see, so we've had that kind of encounter before. But that person still comes
mm.
to my live stream. every single Sunday because we finished it there and was. So I did. Somebody may go on and say, well, even if when she said it wasn't for you, for example, it wasn't for you, Mommy Fetia, oh, I'm really upset now that you understood it that way. And I really apologize. Some people may say, well, even if it wasn't for me, this is my life stream. You shouldn't be doing that. You have lost one person and maybe other people because you think that you're older and that why should you even apologize after all she did that on my life? She shouldn't have done that on my life. And that is what happens in families, with relationships. Husband will annoy the wife or wife will annoy the husband. Instead of owning up and use a small voice to say, oh, I'm really sorry, I didn't even understand. You start giving reason why you did what you did. It doesn't solve any problem. It makes things worse. But I think that person respected me more after that incident because even after that, when I met her again, I said, I hope you have forgotten what happened the other day. I really, and she will be like, who does that? But that's me. And that's how I want life to go because this life is too short. And that you are older than somebody else does not give you any right to go and start throwing your weight around because you have to respect yourself before people respect you. Because if you don't respect yourself, I mean, live in UK, they don't care who you are. They can just call you your first name and tell you off. So I'm used to that kind of culture. So when I come to my own culture, when people say, oh, Mommy Fechi, this and all that respect, I don't take it for granted. I don't think that, it's not deserved. No. It's only a mark of respect. And I have to respect myself. I believe in respect is reciprocal. Even with your children, we have children, they're adult children now. Before, when they were younger, you can tell them things and give them instructions. Now, at their age, it's negotiate with them. If it's okay by them, fine. If you say okay, it's a stage of that in your life that you don't have to run it over people because you think you're older. No, it's not. It's not right. Yeah, I think that's what I hope I've answered your question.
No, I think you definitely have, and I think that was very well articulated. And it goes even into just how you carry yourself, as a content creator. I think I'm really on the tail end of my questions. I've literally, I didn't tell you earlier because one of the things I divided my engagement with you on 5 areas. One was on the marriage, which I think you captured very well. Your family dynamics, your YouTube journey, community engagement. That's one other thing I was trying to pick from just the question I asked. My final question is really on life lessons. A few life lessons that I know you've given a lot of life lessons when it comes to your marriage. But one of the things you also do, I look up to you as a mentor. You command a lot of respect on this platform because of how you articulate issues on certain things. And to the content creators who are watching you right now, maybe somebody is dealing with a particular issue. What are they can be like 3 key life lessons that you've learned that you can impart to the young community that is watching us right now. Because I know it's a very divided audience. All the 42 people are watching us right now. So what are some of the key life lessons that you'd want to impart on us this evening? That's like our inspirational moment before I release you, because I know Daddy gave me 2 hours, so I need to make sure that I keep the time.
Oh, you put me on the spot now. Life lessons. No, let me use what I see on YouTube to give this particular this first one
Absolutely.
Would be when that will help in the home as well. Actually, both here and life lesson, this will help in the home a lot as well. When something happens or you have an issue with anybody, be it within this YouTube street, at home, at workplace, or anywhere, please, no matter how angry you are, try to watch or mind what you say. Think about something before you. I know it's not always easy because sometimes it is not what you say, but how you say it. Something you say might be taken out of context. So you have to always mind what you say. And also, try not to react, but respond. You didn't hear me. Try not to react to people, respond. Some of the times, the problem we have is that we are quick to react to what people say. We're not even responding. Maybe we didn't even hear the person properly, but we assume what we have in our head or in our heart, that's what the person said, and we just react. And when action and reaction are equal and opposite. So when you react like that, the action will be to that person to now give you back to you. That's why you say that. That wasn't even what I mean. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see, problem has started, big one. But do not react, but respond. Because, and how do you respond and how do you react? For example, of responding is, let me give you two scenarios now. Somebody might just say, you are always, because once you start any sentence that's with you, the person is ready to react because you're now pointing finger. Whether you pointed your finger before, but that's you. You have already started accusing that person of something and the person is ready to react. So instead of saying, you are always doing this on my live stream, you are always disrupting this live stream, the person will react immediately. What do you mean I'm disrupting your listen? I don't do it. They start being defensive. So if you say, I really don't appreciate it that if sometimes when you come here, this happens. We started with I didn't say you. The person may respond and say, oh, I didn't really think that because of the way you started. So sometimes what causes problem is the way we say things will either make somebody to react or respond. And when you react, the other person will react back because it's just human nature. I learned these things over the years. Sometimes, not ignorance, what I want to say, silence is the best answer. Sometimes people don't like silence because they think that it's even more disrespectful that you kept quiet, that are telling you something and you kept silent, you didn't answer them. Some people don't even like it. But sometimes it's easier and better for you not to say anything. So it is not what you say, but how you say it. Let us try to respond and not react all the time. Let us try to avoid the you word and use I. You're using I, but you're still saying the same thing. But you start it with I. I don't really like than saying you always do this. Once you start you, it's pointing finger and people don't like it. And that's what I've learned. And that has helped me a lot in dealing with things. So that's one big life lesson I've learned, either in marriage, in work, in this YouTube street. Just mind how you talk, what you say, And as I say, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything. Better to keep silence. Honestly, keep silent is better. That way, nobody will accuse you of anything because you have not said anything. But sometimes we can't hold it. We just want to give it out there. We want to talk. So that they know that so that they know that we're not. You can't just give up. Do you know who I am? All that nonsense.
You know who I am. Exactly. It's actually ego.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Carry. That's the man. Oh, somebody's coming with Bible. I haven't put any Bible verses today to support what I say. Somebody's coming up with something. But everyone was quick to hear, to speak, and slow to anger. But the anger of man does not achieve the righteousness of God. Yep. Well said. Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect. Sorry, I was just highlighting a few things that people are saying that I felt were nice, so I was just highlighting them across the screen for people to read them. Anyway, carry on. I know you had 2 points or something.
Yeah. So that's one of the life lessons. The other one is that it's not actually, this life is actually so simple. We can actually all get on. In marriage, you can actually get on very well with your spouse. It's very simple. Man, drop your ego. Some women have ego as well. It's not about who earns more, because you see husband and wife talking about my. That brings you to something. My money, my this. Is it because I lend my husband some money? He must give it back to me. I lend my wife. I don't. That kind of language, I have not spoken it in my life for 14 years. I lend my husband some money. How? What does that mean? But some people who have cancelled have said to me that actually my setup is so different that it cannot
Mm.
work for them. You see, what I do sometimes is to tell people what I do and not expect them to do it because we are so different. And what we agree to do is so different as well. And what works for me may not work for you because we are so different. But all I want to bring this up to say is that life is too simple. Try and understand each other. Try and talk about things. Some people wait until they get into marriage before they start putting some things right or saying things that they don't like. Mm-mm. For those of you who caught before you marry, discuss everything up to the thing that you think is not simple, it's not important. If you have thought of it, then it's important. Discuss it. Whatever it is, discuss how you're going to handle your money. If both of you will be working, what do we do? Do you have your own account? Do we have different account? And then have a joint account? People ask me, I say to them, I can only tell you what has worked for me perfectly for 40 years, which is we have our own accounts and we have joint account where we put everything that so we just talk about things. What works for you may not work for me. But if people
Mm.
ask me what I do, I say to them, you've asked me what I do. I'm telling you what I do. I'm not saying that it may work for you because it depends on your own setup. But all in all, life can be very, very simple and sweet, and you enjoy your relationship with people at work, with people at home, with people on this YouTube street. You can actually have a fulfilled life without being enemy of yourself. Some people will be antagonistic like this to themselves. The person you are doing this to doesn't even know. The person is having a good time out there. They don't even know that you are not happy with them. That's the danger of unhappiness and of bitterness. You are the one that will be
Mm.
suffering. The other person did not know because you didn't tell them that they've offended you. Because if you have told them that they've offended you, maybe if they have simple mind, they'll just apologize and say, hey, really, I didn't even mean to be like that. And that should be forgotten. But some people are so distant in their own way, they're just holding on to things. And it can make you to develop illness. You go to hospital. I'm now bringing my I'm not bringing my Effect Health and Wellness app, a cat here now, a cap here now. You go to hospital, they'll check all your blood works, everything is fine. They don't know what's wrong with you. It's bitterness. It can be an illness. Why are you so bitter? Why are you not rejoicing with people who are rejoicing? Why are you not crying with people who are crying? Why are you rejoicing over people's bad luck? Those things
Mm.
can cause an illness, and no doctor can cure that one. It's you.
I love
You
that.
will be your own doctor that will cure that illness. So life is so simple. Let us treat it like that. Yeah. I think in a nutshell, that's all I can really say. Hmm.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, and I think, guys, if there's any question on the chat, you have about 5 minutes before we release Mama Ipechi. Feel free to drop them on the chat. But I think I've been highlighting most of these things have been comments, and I think she's been taking them on as we proceeded with the live stream. If you have any question, you have about 5 minutes in case you want to ask Mama Ipechi, then she can respond to it. I have a question from I have a question that didn't come through the chat, but it's a private question that somebody sent me. So somebody is asking, how did you and Daddy deal with, for lack of a better word, black tax? When you guys reach in the UK, the pressure from home, relatives back at home, because you guys are living in diaspora, there is always that pressure to keep supporting people back at home, but sometimes it may get a bit overwhelming. So somebody from diaspora says that's one problem they really face with the relatives back at home. So how did you navigate this challenge?
To be quite honest, when we came initially, there was
Mm.
no none of these people begging and all that. No, it didn't happen. It didn't happen much for us anyway. Maybe I don't know whether from the family background we had, but nobody bothers us then. It's only years after when things started changing in Nigeria that we have that kind of demands. And not even
Mm.
from close families, though. We normally get them from either friends or cousins or
Yes.
distant relatives. Yeah, we get them from them. But how do you deal with them? It's simple. The way you deal with it is simple because Let me tell you what happened one year. This particular person is always bothering me about this, send this, and because when they know that you are a giver, because by the way, both of us, I have to bring this in before we finish this live stream. Both myself and Daddy, we are givers, and that means that we love to be where people are. That means that, for example, we have some orphanages we're helping. We have a daughter in Nigeria. Even though we didn't have daughter, we have a daughter in Nigeria. She just finished now. She's doing her youth service. And because she was an orphan and we picked her up, somebody told us about her. So that's the type of thing we like doing. Why am I telling this story? I'm telling this story now because some of these people, when they see that you're like that, they now start coming with one thing or the other. So this particular lady, I don't forget that. And that made me to actually change a little bit. After that, I'm like, wow. She's always asking me for things and this. And then, so when we are going from that Christmas period, I thought I went to Marks and Spencer. Those of you who are in UK know Marks and Spencer. If I want to give somebody something, I want to give something good. That was years and years ago. Though I don't buy any material. I don't buy any clothes for people in Nigeria now because this one here they sold it for me. I have so many that sold for me in Nigeria. I don't buy anything for them material. What then those days, yes, I did. And I bought this from Marks and Spencer, very expensive to give her. The way she looked at it and said, "Oh, thank you." And the next thing I saw, she was ready to cook in the kitchen and do things. Jesus, this is something that even me, I don't even know. Oh God. And that was, I'm like, really? So it wasn't even appreciated. Maybe she was expecting more than what I gave her. So is that the entitlement attitude that I don't like? And so when you are like that, people in diaspora, please help your people who are genuine, and you will know the genuine ones. You know the ones, for example, the family, the child that we picked up that we are training, actually her siblings followed, and we are training another one at Uniben now, her younger sibling, because we know that they don't have anybody. Their uncle deserted them. There are so many people in that situation. If you tell people like that, please help them. And this person I'm talking about, she's not a relation of ours. We don't know where them before. They're from a different village altogether. So sometimes it's even better to do it that way for people like that than people you think that they are your own family. They are so entitled. You are in abroad. Look at exchange rate. Is that all you can give me? Is that all you can give me? There's a particular one again. We always help him and the wife all the time. The one Christmas, we decided that maybe this time we're not going to do anything. Let's see what happens. This person started talking. They have left me. They're not doing this anymore. So that the entitlement mentality is what I don't like. Some of them do not appreciate it. They just demand because you keep giving. So we have learned that we will only give to people who actually need it, and that and we know how we find those people out. It's no more. They can disturb as much as they want, but you just have to do what you have to do, because if you keep going according to their demands, one day you're going to break down. You're going to be just flat out. And then you come back home, God forbid something happens to you here, you lose your job or things are not going well for you, and you come back, they'll all be laughing. Look at him or her. You went abroad, look at how you came back. These are the people you have been spending all the money sending to because. So please, some of them will say, if I go to hospital, if anything happens to me and I pass away, people will say I have people in abroad. If you want to pass away now. Other people are passing away. Don't emotional blackmail and all that nonsense. Don't fall for it. Help people who you need to help, but not to the detriment of your own health and your family. Please. I know things are hard, but some of them are just. I know you know genuine ones. You know them.
Yeah, that's all I should say. I love that. There were two questions, but I know one you've already tackled. Somebody was asking, tell Mama Ipechi to tell us what is the secret to a long relationship. I think this one you must have covered broadly when you talked about the tips for a long marriage. Unless you want to add anything to it, I felt like you already talked about it. That was the one.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add apart from it's give and take. We are not each other. We step on each
Yeah.
other's toes, and ahead. The secret, one of the biggest secrets will be
Mm.
our first 5 years was like, hey, who asked me to get into this? So what is going on? I don't know. Like, what's this? Because you're bringing up children, you're doing this, you're doing that. But still, if you survive that first few years and then work together and make sure you do not sleep. I've heard that some couple will have issues and this person will go to bed. This person will go to bed, they face the wall. This one face the wall and they sleep and wake up. You see, we have never done that in 40 years. We can't. In fact, we can't do that. Never, not one night do we have issue and we don't sort it before we sleep. We can't sleep now. We just can't sleep. I think that's one big secret. We have to sort it out. Night is too long. You don't know what. I don't even say that anything will happen in the night, but I can't sleep. I can't sleep because we have this issue with each other. So try and sort your issues if you can, if you can, before you go to bed. Some people, I heard that they will even leave it for 1 week. This person will wake up, they will drop notes for each other. They have children, one of them will pass notes to the child to give to their mother. The one that will pass notes and give to the child will be confused. The child is watching. Why are you teaching that child or children? Yes, they use their children as if that's the couple I'm talking about. So some of the couple I'm talking about. When the children are now gone, who will you be passing to give to each other? That's when relationship. So I know people 1 years of marriage, they divorced. Why? She told me plainly that the reason is that she was managing. I think you managed for 41 years. Me, I
Wow.
won't even manage for 1 week, never mind 41 years. But she told me that he was patching because of the children. I said, which children? So if God did not bless you with children, you wouldn't have gotten married. You see, we're getting our priorities right rough. We're not getting our priorities right in marriage sometimes. 41 years they separated
Wow.
at your old age when you should be holding each other's hand. And when one person says, "Oh," you say, "What is wrong? Are you okay? What do we do this?" That's the time they are going apart because you've been managing for how many years? Marriage is not for manage. Don't manage marriage. If it's not working out from that, she told me that marriage failed 3 years into it. That's what she told me. That he failed 3 years. I
Wow.
said 3 years. And you said another 39 years. For what now? And she used her children as an excuse. That's a big error. That's a very big error. You don't have to get married. Hey, let me even bring this one in. I always say that in my channel as well. Please, ladies, gentlemen, you don't have to get married. In fact, one of my sons said before, "Oh, maybe I don't want to get married." I said, "Son, you don't want to get married, don't. You think you're going to, before, if it was before, I would say, hey, and now he's the one that is going to be getting married this year." Because at the time he said that, okay, if you don't want to, I've got my life to live. They've got their life to live. Don't go there. If it's a typical Nigerian woman who say, "Hey, what did you say?
Hey.
Oh, gosh, you don't want to get married. I born you, and you don't want to marry and do the you start causing problem for yourself. All those nonsense. We have to look after ourselves. Don't let your children delete you. Don't let you think you love them so much. They'll tell you something, they'll watch you to know what you're going to do. Biko, look after yourself. If
I
they don't
love
want to
that.
get married, fine. When they are ready, they will. When they're ready, they will. So don't put them. And
It's
parents should
it,
stop pushing the children to do this, do this. That person has done that, that person has done that. That's when they run into trouble trying to
yeah.
please their parents. No, no, I don't want any of my children to please me that way. Let them be because they are going to live that life. Yeah, I'm in my 60s now. If I live that long, maybe I'll reach, we have decided me and that we're going to live up to 100 years ahead. So maybe
Amen.
another less than 40 years. And I'll be here worrying children that have brought up and they are now adults. I've instilled what I have to
Yes.
instill. What I do now is praying for them, which I've done from the time they're in the womb till I have them till now. I pray for them on a daily basis. Then after that, I'll come and start worrying for adults who are living their own life. No.
No, I love that. You have a comment here. Goga, please thank Mama Ifechi for us. We appreciate her sharing the knowledge. It's almost her evening time there, and she has spent quality time with us. We thank her very much. Yes, I think this is the longest live stream Mama Ifechi has ever stayed on.
I
So
need to get in
thank
touch with you actually. There's all the
Yeah.
way in my village. And let me know where you
Yeah.
come from. Yeah. Connect
Yeah.
with me, please. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank
And
you so
then
much. This is that I love sharing things like this because you don't
yeah.
know who it will benefit. You know, we all make mistakes. We all have been there as young couple and
Absolutely.
everything. We have whatever any couple. That's why sometimes when couples come to us for counsel or to say things, some of the ladies will say, I'll start laughing. They will look at me and say, Mommy, why are you laughing? I say, I'm laughing because I've been there. And I will now use my
Exactly.
own day to explain to them, and it helps. Yeah. So there's nothing that I can not say, hey, what is this? Because
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a question. There's a question here which I think probably is the final one I will ask so that I don't keep you longer. Is asking you, Mama Ifechi, has your view of religion changed? I see that you and your husband are doing what you and your husband are doing in the community. Is it out of your religion or humanity? Oh, that's deep.
Humanity. We are not religious people. We are children of God, but we are not doing anything out of religion. It's out of humanity.
Mm.
We want to do everything. When it comes to, if it's because of religion, we won't even do anything. We are born again Christians, but we are not religious. All these are, don't even let me go to religion. No,
Mm.
it's out of humanity. We want to be where people are. We want to do things for people, not out of religion. Even though my husband's family, his father was an archdeacon in the church, his late brother
Mm.
was bishop in the church and everything. But what we are doing is out of humanity, not out of religion. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I don't say anything banning. People are just saying thank you. Blessed that they can't say the saying thank you. If any is adding marriage is sweet with a friend and not with an antagonist. People are just pouring in compliments. Thank you very much, Mama Ifechi from Obinadi. Drina's Haven 916 is watching us all the way from Florida and say, Goga, I've connected to Mama Ifechi. She's speaking like a lot of truth. Hajways is my brother who has been living in the UK. He lives in Manchester. Thank you so much, Hajways. Mama Ifechi is there. You guys can collaborate. I was always say collaboration,
So
collaboration, collaboration,
UK,
collaboration.
all these UK people, you have to you see. Some me when I went to Nigeria, I connected with the Lagos people. All these UK
Yes.
people. Since the summer when we went to school, we have
Yeah.
to connect. We have to meet up and make some noise so that people will
Abs-
know that UK YouTubers are here.
exactly. And
Yes,
and
yes.
and Drina is also saying, I love. She's wearing. I love that. I love whatever she's wearing. She's having a headgear. This is like the highest level of fashion that you can throw as a Nigerian woman. She literally dressed like this for my live stream. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I am so honored. I am so honored. She literally dressed like this for. Even the husband
Like
was asking her. The husband asked her,
I'm
"Where are
not,
you going?"
I was going to Kenya. That's why I dressed like this. I'm going to
Abs-
Kenya. Don't it like
abs-
this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mama Ipechi, do you guys go back home? I mean, this is my final question. Do you like guys go back home occasionally, or how often do you guys like connect back to the motherland? 37 years is such a long time. Like, do you have any plans?
Escape
What
back
are
from Nigeria.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that. But I'm thinking of it in terms of how often do you guys go back home, and do you get to send? Do you also have the kids visited home as well? I know, having been born in the UK, have they got to visit home as well?
Oh God, yes. Even this last time we went, the
Yes.
first two couldn't go because of their job and baby and everything. They couldn't go, but the last two were with
Yeah.
us. Some of they don't like coming on my channel on YouTube, so I try not to cover them a lot, but they were there. The last two were there, and
Nice.
we go back home every other Christmas because I'm still working for UK. For UK retirement age is 67, so
Oh
I'm
wow.
still got 4 years from this March to
Mm.
retirement. So until I retire fully, we can now be going even twice a year or once a year. But for now, we do every other year because I cannot get every Christmas off. And that's the
Mm.
basically reason for that. And our children, yes, all of them, they go. They don't go as regular as we do. But now,
Yeah.
having gone this,
Makes sense.
because they haven't been for about 8 years. Now, after this one, they are planning for the next one, which will be here.
Yeah.
So they do. And we always direct them back home, albeit that because we raised them up here, some of them are now beginning to marry people from here before they think, oh, I don't know how to tell mom, especially me, because they think I won't be happy. But now, with my level of exposure and everything, I don't
Yes.
anymore. No, no, no. I just give them my blessing. You love this person. Want to eventually you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person. You've seen how me and dad have lived for this number of years. You know how you were brought up. I want you to be like that with your wife. We give our blessings, and that's it. And they continue their life, and we continue our own lives. So
Perfectly
yeah,
fine.
all this
Yeah.
thing about parents, you must marry from that place. Like our African people, you must marry from that place. You must marry this man.
Yes.
I used to think like that, but not anymore. Not
I
anymore.
like
I just
I like that. I
yeah.
like that, and I think it's it goes a long way into saying, people are, when you move out of what's familiar, you embrace a totally new environment. Things actually change. I am really done. I sorry, I think I took you longer than you gave me extra 30 extra minutes of your time. I am so
Yes,
sorry. I breached
I'm
that
happy
time.
that yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And
Okay. So
yeah.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a chance to just give your closing, where you tell us bye. But because
Mm.
I know you're excited about this raid thing, you can set up. I want you to set up the raid. Like, I want you to set up the raid, because I want you to set up the raid on your live stream, so that you can see where you're going to send your people. And then because I can, as soon as you leave the panel, I can end the live stream for you. So you have to give me the go ahead to end your live stream, because the live stream will end from me, so that you don't have unnecessarily the last part of my, when I start talking to people. I don't want that content on your channel. So I can give you a few minutes to just get your computer, and then we can have the raid. You set up
I have
the
to
raid
leave
before
my
I.
laptop, this desktop. So what do you want me
Yes.
to do?
So I want you to go to your live stream. Of course, now you know this customization, the entire works, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can I want you to set up the raid from your live stream, the current live stream. One thing I like with this raid is that we are on a live stream together. You can raid another channel when yours ends. I will raid another channel when mine ends, and we'll end up
Mm.
making two people. We'll end up making two people very happy this evening because of the raid. Um,
Okay.
or yeah, so you can do that. You can even raid my own channel. You can end up even raiding my own channel. It's perfectly fine. And I end the live stream. Let me say hi to
Okay.
people real quick as Mama Ifechi
Yeah,
sets up this. Then
thank you
she's
so
coming
much,
to give her.
everyone. Thank you, everyone in the chat.
Yeah, so Mama Ifechi is coming back to give her closing remarks. I'm just waiting for her to set up the raid. Big Gaming King, nice to see you. Anwar254, nice to see you. I thought I saw
No live or upcoming content from the subscriptions.
click on other channels or something.
Such you mean this
Touch
other
other
channel?
channels, yes, touch other channels.
Okay.
I
Okay,
thought I
okay,
saw
okay. So I should rate your own.
Christian. You can read me, or you can if you see another small content creator that you're connected to, you can also send them there. It's perfectly fine. Because guys, I want to acknowledge Christian Rabasero. He's my amazing brother from Philippines. He just joined my membership, and he has also connected to Mama Ifechi. Thank you so much, Christian Rabasero, brother. I know it is very late in the Philippines. I think it's probably like 3 in the morning or something like that. Christian, this is for you. I didn't acknowledge your membership, but I can do it now before then as I wait for Mama Ifechi.
So no, I can only see you. The other ones are upcoming. And the other two lights, I
Okay.
don't know them. Yeah.
So then you can select me. You can select me, then it will throw them here when we end. It will throw them
Okay.
here when we end. Because I know they may want to continue the conversation with you or something, so you can throw them
Yeah.
here. Okay, cool.
Okay. I've got that. Yeah.
Then you click save.
Yeah, I've done that.
All right, Helen, get rid of me. Helen, check for me that person on the chat and get rid of them, please. If Okay.
Yeah, that person. I don't know who that person is. She does that all the time on Musiti's channel as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I just needed to make sure I get. I'm never worried because I know I have very zealous modes. They just get rid of you even without you realizing. Yeah.
That's good.
So,
So,
all right. Cool. So, guys, thank you so much for holding the space for Mama Ifechi, listening to all this wisdom. It is not every. It is. It is not every day. Mama Ifechi, have you managed to save?
eh? I've
Have
saved.
you managed? Okay, perfect. So
Yes.
thank you so much, guys, for the people who are watching from Mama Ifechi's family. Thank you so much. I know we are just about to end the live stream on that side. If you're on my live stream right now and you've not given Mama Ifechi a thumbs up, you can run there because she's going to raid me and you guys will end up coming back here. You can run there, like you can all get out of my live stream, go to her live stream, give her a thumbs up if you haven't already. Stay there. She's going to raid me shortly. So she'll throw you guys back here when she ends. You'll be able to come back here. So you don't need to worry. So run there, run there, run there, run there. Give a thumbs up real quick and stay there for like about a few minutes. And then she will throw you back here when she's done. Okay. So Mama Ifechi is going to give us her closing remarks, and this is a moment also to sell herself, promote her channel to the 30 of you who are here. Then we'll be able to release her, and then we can end the stream on her side. All right, Mama Ifechi, take it away. I'm putting you on solo layout for this purpose. I don't know that you can adjust your laptop a bit so that people can now see more of the outfit. You can pull it pull it as if you're
Before I now lose people.
okay. No, just drag as if you're going to close it, or you can even do it while you're standing. You can even do your closing remarks while you're standing. I think it looks nice. Hey, she's dancing. Let me give you music. Let me give you music. Let me give you music. Let me give you South African. There you go.
Let me use the music to end it.
There. Woo! African beat. Hey. 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 Pero the come.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let Mama Ifechi. This one can dance.
The closing remark is life is too short. Age is only a number. Keep living your life. Keep tolerating each other. Keep making excuses for people. That's one thing hubby taught me. When I come and complain to him when I was much younger in marriage, this person did this person did this. He will find an excuse. Maybe they did this because of this. Maybe they did this. So make excuses for people. Forgive people for your own sanity and not for the other person. Life is too short and we need to enjoy it. That's my last. That's what I need to say. And bye, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yes.
much. All right, Mama Ifechi, I appreciate you as always. You're always welcome in this house, and thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for even staying longer than we expected.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate and thank you so much. You're free to leave. What I will do, I'm giving people 1 more minute. I know they are on your channel. I see a number of them there. So you can drop down and then I will end your live stream in about 1 minute and then they'll all jump back here. So it's fine. So feel free to drop off. Yes.
Okay. I can just leave the studio.
Yes, you can just leave the studio. Just leave the studio. You can...
Let me talk to my people first. I can see AA there. I can see some of the people who are here in my channel today. I haven't seen them before. Obi Wadi, Lady J.
Nkechi after
Mercy Beauty. Thank you all for coming with me to Kenya today. Thank you so much. I really had fun, and I'm sure you all did. I saw what Bless at Countryside said that she benefited from this. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you, everyone, for coming. AA, Musisi, all my old, people that normally attend my live stream anyway, and all these new ones. Rebecca the Prince. Thank you, everyone. Obin Nandi. Yeah, thank you so much. Musisi as an OG. Musisi is Musisi don't need any greeting. He's one of the people that makes this my channel work. So thank you everyone. I appreciate all of you and I appreciate being here. Thank you, Goga, for having me. And let us continue living this life that is so sweet and simple. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mama Ipechi. You have a lovely night. And thank you so much, Daddy. I know you are listening in the background. Thank you so much for giving Mama Ipechi and, time to just share with us this wisdom. I really appreciate you
Thank you.
from the background. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. That was nice.